see that on video.
Welcome to the Omega Files on Games Tavern. Grab a flashlight and join us in the shadows of conspiracy and elder horror as we face off against things that are both horrifying and exciting. You might even survive or go mad. But before we get into our story, the elder gods have demanded that we provide you with this data feed. If you are watching us here live on Twitch, please make sure to follow. It's free and it helps support all of the Games Tavern shows. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss our episodes when they get posted.
Also, please understand that we have a couple of content warnings. They're in no particular order of importance: abuse, animal death, self-harm, suicide, gratuitous violence, needles, kidnapping, death, blood, mental illness, tentacles, mutations, shrubberies, insects, birds, cats, dogs, drug usage, chemicals and chemical usage, radiation, firearms, explosions, interrogations, clowns, arson, threatening mechanical implements, and memory loss. Things we forgot. Also, the Omega Files stream will feature several points in the broadcast where you decide part of the narrative. That's right. You get to vote in the chat to determine an effect somewhere in tonight's episode.
Hey guys, and if one of those things piqued your interest, use your Amazon Prime account to get a Twitch subscription with us at the Games Tavern, and we'll really appreciate it because it supports everyone on the show and it shows your support to us and the cast. And you also get access to some really cool animated emotes. There's a bunch of them, and as well you get access to the subscriber only channel on the Games Tavern Discord. And Guy, what you got about Overhead Games?
Well, I'd like to give a big thank you to the Overhead Games for sponsoring this show. Overhead Games makes the Epic Character Generator, which is a great piece of software that can help you flesh out your characters in your own game. We use it a lot here. It's absolutely essential. Check them out today at overheadgames.com. Today, we're giving away a modern Overhead Games Epic Character Generator, so keep an eye out for that.
Speaking of our sponsor, who are excellent, by the way, again, we're giving away an Overhead Games Epic Character Image Generator. So just type !epic once you see the notice in the chat that the raffle is live. You must be a follower, and you have to be present in the chat so that way the staff can contact you in order to win. So we'll continue to take entries throughout the course of the stream until the end of the stream, which is when we'll pick the winner.
Very good. And with that out of the way, let us begin. Recapping last week, each of our investigators found themselves dreaming badly, a shared vision of some sort of medical abduction. They woke and were helped by their local response teams, the ERTs, EMTs, and they found themselves in a hospital, yes. And soon they went to sleep again as they were sedated. And when they woke up, they were in a different hospital. And this one has not been nearly so comforting, nor nearly so caring, it seems, about their well-being. The investigators began searching the room and they were left to their own devices, left alone. And after breaking into the office next door to their exam room, they hacked a computer and found this, a medical record indicating that, contrary to what the doctor had said, one of them has in fact had their kidney removed. Each of them must now be thinking the same thing, which is, did that happen to me too? And so, having learned this terrible thing, that they were lied to and that they've been butchered and their organ harvested, we now rejoin these four intrepid investigators in their exam room. What are y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna finish my cigarette.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna let that butt burn into my fingers while I'm just sitting there trying to take all what is going on in.
It's a contemplative moment, Moose.
Yes it is.
Steve's going to take a couple of those wheels that he pried off the chair, drop from the bottom of a pillowcase, and have an improvised weapon.
All righty. Anybody else want to do anything?
I think we need to worry about getting out of here.
was gonna say, because I know we messed with one of the cabinets that didn't seem to be doing much. There's a room that has with a locked door with a computer behind it, and then another.
But you've gotten in there. You have access
that's
to
right.
the office. Yes,
That's right.
And you have in fact gone out on the computer and found this medical record.
Right.
And you found some things in the office desk drawer also.
Can anybody try and open the door? Main door to the hallway?
Someone may certainly try.
I mean, my concern is that they're coming. The guards are coming at some point. We need to be out of here before they come to get us.
I mean,
Speaking
maybe
of
we
that, the drawer had like a pair of scissors. What else did the drawer have? It had a lighter.
The drawer had a letter opener, a lighter, a bottle of Vicodin, some paper clips, and I believe a notepad, if I remember correctly.
Okay. So we've got a couple of things that we could use for stabbing.
You have found some interesting implements, yes.
We also have a thing that we could use for arson.
Indeed.
The notepad.
The notepad. The Vicodin for people who could use it. Mr. Jones.
Any of you can use it if you wish to.
Yeah.
well,
I think, Tom Jones would probably be eyeballing the Vicodin and then maybe pick it up, but put it back down when he realized he doesn't have any pockets in the hospital gown, nor is he wearing pants.
Nice.
well, I'm gonna take the letter opener if no one's gonna grab it.
Okay. Moose, you have a letter opener. It's one of these metal with a brass finish, so certainly not the steel that you would hope for in a knife, but it is metal and it will do some damage.
Anybody want the scissors?
No, I'm good. Swing around my makeshift club.
If you're not going to take the scissors, I'll hang on to the scissors. But if you'd like the scissors, I say have at them.
I mean, you're probably better off with the scissors. My frame is admittedly pretty pathetic, so
I will happily take them. Yes. Now, I'll take the
You
scissors.
have a pair of scissors.
there you go. And I'll keep the arson and
Very
the
good.
notepad for kindling.
So what's your plan at this point, gentlemen?
Well, I would say, gents, we got weapons right now, but we're not gonna stand too much in an open hallway with dudes with Glocks and AKs. Maybe we let the doctor come in. We
Are they
get
trying
back
to
down.
get in right now?
Well, I remember when I heard outside that they were trying to get one of us down there to get inspected or whatever it may be, but we get a doctor in here, we can ambush him, and maybe we can have it hostage, or we can at least get a gun.
Well, I had a thought about that. Since we've broken the door off to the office and have it loose, we can use that to keep the door open once the doctor comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Just slide it over there and let it drop behind the doctor or on the doctor.
I was thinking
Jones?
that if we want to get somebody just through the door in general so we can get it open and then do something, we could set a fire in the office and play the I don't know who set the fire card.
But wouldn't setting a fire bring all the people with the guns?
I mean,
If
it would
there's-
bring people with fire extinguishers.
Well, actually, that's not a bad idea. This is a hospital. I would imagine there's people here who are just working normal jobs. You got people running fire exits now. Now
Oh,
you
and if
now.
there's-
But
If
we've
there's
only
people-
heard the guards
Yeah,
going up and
everyone.
down.
Well,
everyone
maybe
make make me an idea roll real quick, which is a percentile roll under your intelligence score. Okay. Sean clearly is not. Tom Jones, no.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
A
One's
one.
good. No, one's
Oh.
good. It's a roll.
Oh, in that
under
case, then,
system,
I
Sean.
completely forgot about that. The low is better. In that case, then I aced it. What up? How you doing?
Moose, how'd you do?
I rolled half.
Okay.
So I rolled a 31 out of 60.
Alrighty. So, Steve, you believe that you have not heard any of the normal chatter that you would hear typically in a hospital. any of the overhead PA type stuff. And as you're saying that, Moose is nodding his head, and you agree completely, Moose. Your memory is pretty clear on this. And Tom, when you're coming out of a drug or alcohol stupor, you have something like an eidetic memory. Even though you aren't able to do much, you can really remember what's going on around you. And you absolutely confirm this. This place is quiet as a tomb for a hospital.
I've been in and out. I've been against my will, sometimes, willingly checked in and out of many a hospital, and I can tell you.
That's probably the
say
reason
in and out
that
of
you
many
slept so
tombs.
well, Tom.
Oh yeah.
So Tom, also while you're in there searching the desk drawer, looking maybe for a mint or a jelly baby or something that you can eat because you've got the post-crash hunger on you.
Naturally. Which is why I'm eyeing that Vicodin.
There you go. You hear what might be the doctor's voice coming from a small overhead vent in the wall of the office. It's in a bit of a hushed tone, but it seems to be escalating. Are you going to listen or call anyone else in to listen with you?
Is the vent big enough for a person?
It's about a shoebox size, so it's about
okay.
like yay. Yeah.
In that case, then I would probably motion to whoever's closest to the office door, whoever's in the general vicinity, and just kind of do one of the whole like.
So who would that be? Who's closest to the office door, guys?
Probably not me, because I was trying to set up the door so we can make a deadfall.
Yeah, I'll say me because I was probably just smoking a cigarette at this point. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably just be like.
So
is the vent high up off the ground?
The vent is about 7 feet off the ground.
Great. I'm gonna see what Tom Jones is doing. I'm gonna. How big are you, Tom Jones? Are you a pretty small dude? I'm gonna grab you under your arms. I'm gonna put your ear next to the vent and just pick you up off the ground.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
I will listen with intent.
So this is a muddled audio that you're about to hear. So listen as best you can.
Doctor, this entire affair is very irregular. Who's your authorizing authority?
Well, Ms. Booker, as the physician in charge, I don't appreciate your questioning my methods. I have to look out for the welfare of my patients.
I don't see how lying looks out for them, but I won't be a party to it. I'm going to tell them what we found in the emergency department. Wait.
Your services are no longer needed, Nurse Booker. Consider this your termination. Now, Control, Savage here, Agent CD-13. I need a sweeper team at my location by noon. They will be done by then, they assure me. I terminated that nurse, Booker, so arrange an accident for her medevac chopper, a crash or something else. Savage out. This is Savage. Are you done with Svensson yet? About 10 minutes? Good. Get everything ready for the next one. I'll send down that Booker fellow next. Yes, you're right. We should sedate them all to ensure a timely conclusion to this affair. Make sure you send up some orderlies with the sedatives in case they get unruly. I'll be here waiting.
And at that point, all you hear is a soft slurping sound and a quiet electrical hum.
Can't believe my mom lost her job.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna say I'll give the down and be like, I think they're done. We need to go into the other room. There's some information. There's some things you should know. You should really know them. It's not good. It's not good. All right.
Moose.
Hey, Booker.
Tom Jones has turned sheet white. It looks like he's just had another night out drinking in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you down, turn you around, and like I'm gonna guide you over to the group. I'm like, I don't know what you just heard, but everyone needs to gather around and listen to what he's got to say.
So step one, we're gonna have some company. There are some orderlies. Pay attention to the air quotes. Orderlies that are coming. Also, Booker, sorry to say this, but I'm pretty sure your mom's dead. Also, you're next. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Next. There's apparently experiments. We are absolutely being lied to. That's been confirmed. And outside of that, what's going on is a whole bunch of question marks, and we're screwed. We're very screwed. We are in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. Is that a bag of wheels?
It's a bag with a couple of wheels. Would you like some?
No. I'm saying bring that up to velocity because we're in for a time, friends. This is going to be like that. Okay, well, yeah, you guys weren't there for the bat mitzvah in November, but the long story short is it's probably going to be worse than that, and that is saying something.
Okay. I'm
gonna go tear up the office and look for like chemicals, any kind of anything that looks like a good. I'm gonna find anything right now that I can find that could be useful for any kind of concoction of
whatever
of
pretense we had of being like normal or like subversive in this. Like, I'm not saying we can't still talk our way out of some things because I'm a very charming man. Trust me, I know. But yeah, this is not a diplomacy type like moment. Like they're coming for us. They've got a plan, and we're part of that plan. If we don't want to be part of that plan, we need like action is called for. So I'm gonna sit here and panic for a minute and take 2 of these Vicodin. If anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome. I'm just gonna just shake 2 into a hand.
Yes, but no.
So Tom Jones, I need you to make a sand check.
Perfect.
And Moose, I need you to make a luck roll.
So I know they took all of like the scalpels and the needles and stuff out of the room. Is there any like isopropyl alcohol anywhere?
Moose is checking right now. Earlier we said there was no alcohol in the room, and Moose's luck is going to tell us whether he found something else. Moose?
22.
That's really good. Yeah, so that's a really strong success. So you can either find some alcohol packs, like the little wipes with alcohol infused into them that are about yay big, or you can find some smelling salts. Your call. With that luck roll, you can choose your poison. Tom Jones, how'd you do?
54 out of 54. So I'm not sure what happens on a tie in that regard.
You are currently, by my record, at 58 sand. So you made it.
Oh, I had it down as 54. I will change that.
That's okay. I'm tracking it for you. So you take one sand loss from having heard what went on. And probably your imagination is way worse than whatever actually happened in there.
I was going to say, I've been there. I know.
I'm going to be positioned by the door so that if somebody comes in, I'm dropping I'm shoving the door down onto their head.
Okay. Is this going to be a flat shove? Are you dropping it on flat side toward them? Or are you trying to drop it on the vertical? On
the vertical, because
okay.
I want it to hold the door open as well.
Okay.
In case they don't jump backwards.
Alrighty. Guide, Gary, did you want to take a look for something in the room also?
Sure. I'll look around.
Like an extended search? It's a luck roll.
I've got a 93.
Yeah, so you look around and you don't really find anything of any use. You find one old hypodermic, but the needle's not in it.
Gotcha.
So you've got the plastic part.
The monitor for the computer in the office, I imagine it's a big tube monitor.
Yeah, it's an old IBM standard. it's about yay big.
Cool. I'm gonna grab that and then wait around the corner of the door for somebody to come through.
So there really is no corner on the other side because the door opens flat against the wall. You can certainly stand flat against the wall and be ready to pitch it at somebody.
Yeah, I'll do
if
that.
That's what you wish to do. Okay.
But watch out for falling doors.
You will be both of you will be exposed if someone comes through the door.
That's why I tied my thing around so I wouldn't be as exposed.
Fair enough. Moose, you hear footsteps coming up the hall again.
So I'm gonna go with the smelling salts. And is
Okay.
it the open pack with like the curled up ammonium nitrate?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. That was a good luck roll. So yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look at to Steve, and I'm gonna say, if you don't finish the job, back off and do what you can do. And I'm
Thank you for subscribing.
Ezreal Angel.
and
Take care.
I'm gonna prep basically if this guy comes through, whoever it is that they're a threat, I'm gonna take a deep hit of these smelling salts and then go into to Moose angry mode.
Okay. Moose getting angry.
Oh God. Somebody's spiking the moose.
Yeah.
Megafauna mode activate.
And I know
Okay.
a relay. Hey, I hear some footsteps,
So-
guys. It's just coming.
Fair enough. Tom Jones, you see everyone else kind of standing around in these positions of incipient violence. What are you going to do?
I am going to be sort of behind a bed. I'm going to build a small wall out of pillows. I'm just going to be ready with the scissors and then slightly
Okay.
open them.
Okay. Fair enough. Alrighty. So the footsteps come closer. You see a silhouette come to the door. It stops for just a moment and then continues on past the door.
I'll kick the wall.
You kick the wall.
Yeah, try and see
this-
if I can get their attention.
Yep. The footsteps stop and it comes back. And you can see it's leaning its head against the frosted glass window, listening.
I'll kick the wall again.
Okay. So Sholem, Steve, make me a persuade roll
Oh boy. Okay.
to see if you can sell this.
No, not a chance. I rolled a 94.
Okay. So something about what you're doing doesn't resonate with whoever it is outside, and they you hear them verbally. They go, and they turn and begin walking away again.
Then I'll kick incessantly.
So you're just giving it a regular
Boom,
drum
boom,
beat?
boom, boom, boom.
Okay. So
I told you we need to do arson.
they come back. You hear them saying something into the radio, though over the sound of you kicking, you really can't hear what. They're just like, and you can see it looks like they're messing with the door.
Okay, yeah. I'll stop kicking as soon as they start messing with the door.
They stop messing with the door, and you hear one of them go, are you kicking the wall? What is that noise in there?
It's Tom Jones's head. And I'll thump the wall one time.
Y'all need to leave each other alone. I don't want any violence amongst you patients.
Well, it was Tom Jones. He went crazy.
Don't make me come in there and sedate you. Is you say he
Tom
went
Jones
crazy?
needs to be sedated. He's crazy.
What is he doing?
Oh, I'm so crazy. I'm crazy. Super crazy.
And that's with
I
me
also
knocking
have
his
a
head
really-
against the wall.
I was gonna say I have a really good charm. So, like, my poor skull, it's full of bees.
Make me a persuade roll, because you're not charming him. You are trying to basically deceive him. If you've got deception, that would work too.
I rolled a 4.
Well, that's really good. So he buys your act.
Oh, my head, it's full of bees. So many bees.
As you channel so many other times that you've gone half-ass crazy in a hospital, it comes natural to you. And he does begin fumbling with the lock. And the door slowly opens. You see a man standing there. He looks to be Hispanic. He has a flat top cut, military by the look of it, possibly. And he is standing there with just his part of his body kind of looking in. Show him, make me a quick spot hidden. Guy, you can make a spot hidden, but at disadvantage.
Okay. I believe I got a good success. So the middle success.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 30.
Yes, you did. You're correct. Guy, how'd you do?
With disadvantage, I re-roll the 10s or the 1s.
You re-roll the 10s.
All right, the first roll was worse. That's a 27.
Oh, that's really good still. So, Guy, the reason you're at disadvantage is because of your angle and the door hasn't fully come open yet. But both of you notice something in that flash that this person is leaning in that may or may not impact your decision. You notice that they are wearing well-shined boots, military boots. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna wait until he opens the door further.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he comes in.
Well, he's currently looking and he's like, you step back, pointing at Steve Irwin, because he can see Steve Irwin. He can't really see Guy yet.
Okay. He'll put his hands up and take a step back.
What the hell? Are you taking the room apart? Where'd you get the door?
Tom Jones, man, he's insane.
Okay,
I'm insane.
Hey, shut up, you. I'll be over with you in a minute. Steve Irwin, he tells you, get back in your bed, Steve.
Okay, and I climb right in the bed next to where I was.
Okay. So he begins coming in. You see, as he's coming in, he does have a pistol in his hand, in his left hand. It is in the ready position.
He's got scissors.
Point at Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. Says Tom Jones. He looks over at you, Guy, goes, what are you doing? Where did you get the computer?
As soon as he would cross like the thresholds and I've got an angle on him, I'm just going to try to bring the monitor down on his head.
Okay. That will be a throw.
A throw?
Make your throw roll.
20.
That's nice. You hit him. That will do D6 damage. So, Guy, you may roll a D6 damage.
Oh, Guy.
4.
Alrighty. He stumbles back. His head's bleeding a little bit where the screen cracked and cut him a bit. And he's like, what the fuck?
And I'm going to push the door over.
Okay. Make your I don't even know.
Brawling?
Okay, yeah, brawling's as good as anything, I suppose.
I got a 36 out of 40. So I got we're at half, right?
You are at half.
Okay, so then no. I would not have hit him, but my goal was to drop it in the doorway, so.
Fair enough. So it will drop in the doorway just by virtue of where you're tilting it towards, but you miss him.
I'm rushing him. I'm doing. I'm just gonna run out and just. I'm gonna if I can, I'm gonna rip him into the room with us.
Okay, alrighty. So he will get a shot off before Moose gets to him, and he takes a shot at Guy. Guy, his pistol comes up in your direction.
Too fast. Can't hit what you can't see.
He misses you, and the bullet goes over your shoulder, and you can hear it hit the wall. Moose, that's a brawling attack, I think. Are you using a specific weapon, or are you just overbearing on him?
I'm gonna actually try to use the knife as a pick to pull him into the room. Knife.
Okay, so you're trying to stab him and pull him in on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stab him behind his shoulder blade and then pull him in with that. So now I have a grip on him.
Alrighty, make your stab roll. I think knife is 25% base unless you have extra skill in it.
Okay. And I'm gonna milk this. If I know I'm disadvantaged, that the smelling salts help me get over my disadvantage. For this.
I will allow you to get over your disadvantage for the next few moments.
Okay, that's what I was going for.
You might be hurting yourself, but yes,
That's all right.
You're able to function at a higher level.
Dude's got a gun, so we gotta take care of that first.
That's fair.
All right.
By the way, the discharge of the gun is really loud in this quiet hospital.
All right. I believe a 000 is 100, correct?
That is correct.
All right, rolled 100.
That is so. You plunge your knife, and basically it impacts on his up one of the bones up here, and snaps. So you do some damage to him. You can go ahead and roll a high-low dice, or D2, effectively.
It's gonna be 2 points of damage.
Alrighty. And he grunts as you stab him, but you are now left with just basically the hilt of the knife as the blade is snapped off due to your roll. We are to Tom Jones.
So I guess I couldn't quite hear, my computer kind of cut out a little bit. Is the guy in the room officially?
He's officially kind of stepped inside the doorway. He's like a foot or two in the room. He's not as far in as Moose wants him though.
Can't wait till he steps backwards and hits a door.
Right. I guess I'd probably like usher him closer and be like, "Come here, quietly. I've got scissors."
You just fired a gun.
He's
Yeah.
I'm
on Vicodin.
Are you are you saying you have scissors in a threatening way, or is it like you just said it?
It's not quite an offer, but it's
Okay.
definitely a little conversational to be a threat.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let him take his second shot.
Like, you can
'cause he
trust
does-
me. I've got scissors.
He gets 2 shots. He points it at Moose, who just put a blade in him.
Yep.
And he rolls a really good success.
In that
Right.
case, then can I throw my scissors at him?
You may throw your scissors at him.
Perfect.
Make a throw.
My throw is 45, and I rolled a 38.
Alrighty. And is that at half your throw, since you're physically impaired?
It is not.
Do you want
Half
to
my
say
throw
the
would be 20.
Vicodin? Do you want to say the Vicodin has dulled your pain receptors, and that you are functioning normally but hurting yourself along the way?
I would definitely say that he's the type of person who functions better on medication.
Okay.
Even if it's not ones that he's supposed to be taking.
Okay. So for the next few scenes, your Vicodin will dull your pain receptors.
Thank you.
Well, that may not be a good thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You,
That's how I
you
find
may-
out that I'm bleeding out and didn't know it.
Yeah, you may do physical activity to death at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you hit. Please roll a D2 for your scissors. They're a very limited weapon.
Good. Well, good news is that that's a 2.
Alrighty. Your scissors actually stick in his chest. And he's like, what the hell?
Told you he had scissors.
Yeah. His shot against Nick does 4 points of damage, Nick. And he hits you. Ooh, he hit you in the left ankle.
Ooh.
So your movement will be impaired. And you're pretty sure something shattered when it hit the ankle.
Oh yeah.
With that second shot, can I try to like tackle him to the ground? With
Yeah,
my
so-
goal being to try to get the gun out of his hand.
Yeah, so we're kind of this is Cthulhu Initiative is a little different, but we've gone through a round at this point. So if real quick, if you could, Sholem, what is your dexterity score?
60.
Tom?
55.
Moose?
Pity.
And Booker?
65.
65. Okay. Yes, Booker, you get to go.
Nice. I would like to try to tackle him to the ground with the goal of getting the gun out of his hand.
Okay. So go ahead and make a brawling roll.
That is a 52.
And remember, you're at half of your normal.
Okay, so is that just my strength?
Brawling is a skill. It should be probably down at the bottom.
It's under
of the-
fighting, brawling.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, 25.
Okay. So you go and
Well,
you try
half
to
of
hit him.
25.
Yeah. And what you find is because you're so physically impaired right now and your speed isn't what it normally would be, he just kind of sidesteps you and you move past him and kind of hit the cabinetry that he's standing next to.
I exposed my genitals.
Well, okay. We'll see if is that a persuade roll or charm?
I'm just
Charm.
trying to distract him.
Alrighty. We're gonna go with Steve Irwin. What do you
All
do?
right, I'm gonna bring my my improvised weapon down on him as hard as I can.
Okay. I'm thinking that's a club.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 4. That's gonna
really
hit.
good.
Because I normally have a 40, so
He
4 out
attempts
of
to
20.
dodge. He attempts to dodge, but does not do so.
okay.
So you may do your damage for a club. I think it's a D6 for a club.
Yes. Do I get my damage bonus as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Moose, did you have a damage bonus?
I do have a damage bonus.
Please
It's a
roll
one.
that. Please roll that and tell me what it is. When you get it.
7 points.
That's a 4.
Okay. So yeah, when so Moose, you did more damage to him originally than we thought, even with the very poor hit. You're just so damn big. You do some bad damage. And then Sholem, Steve Irwin, excuse me, you clock him with the bag and he spins around and drops to the floor. And his gun flies across the room towards the window.
I'm going for his keys.
Alrighty. You begin searching him for keys?
Yeah, because he had to use them to open the door. So
Okay. The hospital obviously has gone a little bit quiet since this conflict stopped a moment ago. And you're quietly looking for keys. Is anybody going to listen? Nope.
No, I'm
okay.
I'm grabbing the gun.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm
Moose
gonna
is-
limp over.
Moose is moving towards the gun. Guy,
I,
what are
like-
you going to do?
Can I check for a pulse
You
and
may.
also go for the scissors that are in his chest?
You may.
Okay, that is a 14.
He does have a pulse, but barely. It's very light. And you pull the scissors out, and a little bit of blood spurts when you pull those scissors out. Tom Jones.
I will offer. I'll be like, looks like your foot's got hurt. Don't worry, I've got just the thing. And I'll dump out about like 12 Vicodin into my palm and just be like, take 2 of these and call me honestly when you want more.
Well, he can't really take or not take them. You have to force him down his throat.
That's fair. I'll just kind of drop them unceremoniously, sort of.
Okay.
Just going to be like, those are for you when you want them.
he
Barry."
wasn't going to bleed to death. Now he's going to overdose.
Most
See,
of them go
what-
into his mouth.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll just
Maybe
kind
one
of
or
just
two
gently
didn't.
drop them. and
Fair enough.
and then I guess I'll kind of passively listen to see if anybody's like coming or just sort of like keep a
Make-
general, see if there's backup.
Make a listening roll, a hear
I
noise roll.
shall. 26 out of 30.
That's good enough. You hear an announcement over the PA that there is a code red on the second floor.
Hey guys, they've got Mountain Dew Code Red on the second floor.
Nick, you have the Moose. You have the gun.
All right. I'm also just going to take some of the cloth, wrap it around the top of my knee and like 4 inches above my knee, and I'm gonna make like a makeshift tourniquet because I have no idea how bad this bleeding is, and I'm not gonna risk bleeding out.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna walk over, like reach over Tom Jones and grab one of the Vicodins and crunch it up in my mouth and eat one of those.
Okay. So you'll have that. You'll have the pain receptor thing going on for the probably for the rest of the adventure.
Any luck with the keys?
You do find keys, yes.
I'm going to write the time on your forehead, just in case we get to
Yeah,
medical attention.
yeah, thank you. Tea time forehead.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going to put my head out the door and look up and down the hall both ways. Or 3 ways if it's a T.
Yeah. So what you see is it's not 3 ways. You see the hall extends to your right, probably about 60 or 70 feet, and ends in a pair of wooden doors with small glass windows in them. Beyond, you can see at least one person moving around in the area beyond it. You're not really sure what that area looks like because the glass doors are small and they're at face level. Up and down the hall on the right side, you see 3 doors, office doors, of which you are in one. You see on the other side 2 office doors. There's a fire extinguisher up the hall on the left. There's a fire extinguisher down the hall on the right. And you see an elevator almost directly across the hall from you. There's a gap in the wall next to you that leads somewhere next to your room that you're in. And there is also a what appears to be a stairwell on the far left that has an exit sign over it. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to toss the keys to Tom Jones and I'm going to grab the door by the handle, and I'm going to start moving towards the exit,
Okay, you're
dragging
carrying
the
the
door
whole,
behind me.
carrying the whole door with you.
Yeah.
Should we
Okay.
do something about the guard?
No, I'm out of here. Bye.
What
No,
is
it's,
your what is your strength, Steve
Mine?
Irwin? Yes,
50.
at half.
25.
Okay, so you drag the door,
Yes.
and you will take 1 point of damage from
Okay.
all the effort of maneuvering the door and swinging with it. Moose, you took 1 from your attack with the knife, and Tom Jones, you took 1. Again, ripping the scars and such. And
Well, I'd rather survive than be a code
Moose,
red.
that you have, Moose, I need to stop for a sec. What is your current hit points, Moose?
I'm at 7 out of 15.
Okay, you have regained 3 since you've been here. If you remember,
Got it.
I described that your wound seemed to have been healing for several days or perhaps even over a week, whereas
Understood.
everyone else is still look raw and unkempt. Sean, are you okay there, buddy?
Yeah, I just realized I'm at 2 hit points.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu, Sean.
Like
Oh,
give
yeah.
you the keys.
It's just that moment of realization where I was like, oh yeah, where am I at hit points? But oh good. Oh good.
I do want to take like 30 seconds, and I want to strip this guy's his kit off,
Mhm.
and look for an IFACT, and IFACT, a baton, any kind of weapons that are anything this guy has is probably an upgrade of what we have now.
Yeah, so he'd be carrying a baton for sure. Probably a taser.
Okay,
Not any handcuffs, but you'll find he has some zip ties in his back pocket.
great. Okay, I'll throw the baton to Steve.
Okay.
I'll throw the taser to Booker, and then I'll put the zip ties behind my back, and I will then just put my hand on Steve's shoulder and just be like, all right, you ready to go?
Well, I'm already moving down the hall towards the exit sign.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm running out the hallway and they get behind you in the door.
Well, wait,
Booker?
before we leave, should we do something about the guard? We don't want him to wake up.
We did do something about the guard.
He's
Then
still
I keep
alive.
moving.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm grabbing his radio as well.
Okay. You have his radio.
And I'm just
Booker,
gonna
is
keep
there
it on.
something you want to do as the group is beginning to move out?
No.
Let me ask you, what part of didn't we do something to the card are you concerned about?
He's still alive. I wanted to get a group consensus, but I don't think that
There's
he's
12
going to
Vicodin
commit-
slowly dissolving in his mouth right now. He won't be awake for long.
I mean, he does have a fistful of Vicodin that have been unceremoniously dropped into his mouth. But if you want, you and I could move him to the bed, take 2 of those zip ties, attach him to the bed, and then I could take his pants.
And then they'll come out and find out that we're gone, Moose.
yeah.
Are you doing that, Tom Jones?
Well, I'm not going to move him into the bed by myself. I've torn these stitches enough.
That's true.
But it's one of those, if it's a concern, I'll happily help lift him into a bed and try to secure him. And
Tom
maybe-
Jones, is there something you can do in 15 seconds?
Oh, help me with his pants.
And I'm gonna rip his pants off and be like, we gotta go, Tom.
Okay,
Yes,
you gotta
and
get the boots off before you get the pants off.
Fine.
So
I
so
cut his
both
feet
of
off with
you,
the scissors.
so Moose and Tom, make me dexterity rolls. Moose, you are at full health, not full health, but you are at full physicality at this point.
No,
All the effects from before have you are now functioning at full physicality.
That's great, because I knew at some point I would roll a 1, and I did it taking off his pants.
That
I'm
is
glad
awesome.
that's a 1.
Nice crit.
Can I like tear away pants? Just and then just like
Yes.
stripper pants?
Yes, you can.
And then I'm just gonna throw the pants at you, Tom, and be like, you can figure it on the way.
And I'm just be like,
did
oh, don't
you,
worry. I'm familiar with tearaway pants.
Tom, did you make your
I
roll
did.
also? Cool. So
I
y'all
did
got the
make
boots off, and Moose, your roll's so good. You get the boots off and immediately tear the pants right off and hand them to Tom.
Perfect. I will do the whole like hop down the hallway, kind of like putting pants on, like trying to get one
Okay.
leg at a time kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put the boots on.
Fair enough. Okay. Booker stops and puts the boots on. Smart move. Tom, Make me a luck roll as you're hopping down the hall trying to get the pants on.
Oh no.
Speaking as a person who personally has very little dexterity, I can't tell you how many times I've almost died trying to get pants on.
Tom, this might kill you, Tom, which is hilarious.
Thank goodness I made it.
Okay. So there's a couple times where
My
you-
character died by falling on his face while trying to put on pants.
Just fall splat on the head.
You know, more
Never
people
wakes
have
up.
probably died while trying to put on their pants than anything else.
So Tom, there's a couple times where you almost fall into the wall or onto the floor, but you manage to, your amazing ability to deal with liquor and drugs keeps you somehow upright. Booker, you have the shoes on, the boots.
Yep.
Probably don't have them tied up yet because of the amount of time you have to do it. So
No,
you're
I'm just
probably-
stuffing the laces inside.
yeah, and maybe you can
But
get a
they're
quick
loose.
chance to tie them later.
Yeah.
Moose, you have the gun still, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna brass check it and check the mag out and see how much ammo I have while we're walking down.
It's full. Whatever a Glock normally has, is that 15 or 13?
Is it a 40
Or
or
17.
is it a 40 or 9?
It's a 9.
Okay, so it's gonna have 20 rounds.
Okay. Steve Irwin, are you still carrying both the sack of wheels and the door?
No, I have dropped the sack of wheels because I've been given a baton, which is a much better weapon,
Okay.
and the door.
And you're still carrying the door.
I have a goal for the door.
Okay. So very good. So as y'all make your way into the hall and Tom Jones is hopping down the hall and Booker's tucking things into his boots, from behind you, you hear a door open up the hallway. And you hear, well, I see that you are very resourceful, you are. Well, come and see Dr. Savage. I'm feeling a bit hungry, a bit peckish, as you English like to say. Come to me now. And you see he begins walking down the hall towards you.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, take your shot.
So I believe I could take 3 shots per turn without a penalty, or is that with a
I
penalty?
think it's 2, is it not, Shovel?
The Glock 17, I believe the thing is 3 attacks per round.
Okay,
But
3
he,
it is.
he will be at this. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're all going at
Uh,
the same target.
Your bullets aren't going to do anything. He's an iguanoid.
Okay, so the first one is a 60, so that'll hit.
Guanoid.
Alrighty, roll your damage. It's a D10.
That is 8 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And then second shot.
Yep.
Okay, that one 68 out of 70, so that one barely hits.
Okay.
Why do I think you're just pissing him off?
Yeah, probably. The way that he's like, okay, cool, shoot again.
What's
It's gonna be
damage?
2 points of damage.
Okay.
And then last shot, it's a 31. And then that's gonna be 10 points of damage.
Nice. Oof. Good attack sequence. He drops backward with your bullet holes in him. But you do hear some commotion behind him, behind the double doors with the window. And you based on the commotion that you hear, someone has heard the gunshots. You don't know who that someone is just yet, but you see movement and shadows behind those doors.
All right, let's get moving. The iguanoid's not going to be down for long.
No. How far are we from the exit door?
From the one
exit
going
sign.
downstairs, you're about 10 feet.
Good. I want to get inside the exit door with my door.
Okay. You get to the exit door and who's first through?
Seems like Steve's our one guy for all this. He's got the makeshift barricade.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Steve, you open the exit door and you see a stairwell going down and you hear booted feet coming up.
Oh, that's why I have a door.
Okay. You continuing down?
Yeah. Do I see someone or?
You can not yet. The way the stairway is built, you don't see anything until basically y'all are going to be facing off with each other.
Oh, okay, so
It's
got
not
a
an
wall in the
open
middle.
stair. Yeah, it's not an open stairwell. It's actually a stairwell that goes around what is effectively a room on the second floor, and then another room on the first floor.
Okay, I'm waiting at the top of the stairs, and when I think the person's I'm gonna gauge when I think they're about to come around the corner. I'm gonna let the door slide down the stairs and catch them in the feet.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's my plan.
There you go. Okay. So you hear 3 voices coming up the stairs talking, and you hear one of them saying, these guys, we've heard gunfire. We need, at this point, we've been issued shoot to kill orders. We are no longer that worried about the condition of their meat. The visitors will be glad to use whatever's left. And the first guy comes around the corner. Make your brawling roll. Or did we go throw last time? Was it throw or brawling for you?
It was brawling, but
Okay.
So I rolled a 16, and that was under half.
Alrighty. So your door hits the first guy hard. Roll me club damage.
Okay.
And your strength bonus.
That's gonna be 9.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled almost max damage.
Very good. So you hit the guy really hard. He goes oof as you hit him, and you see he's got what appears to be an M16 in his hands. He drops it on the floor as the door hits him, and he kind of bears up against. Are you sliding it at him like this, or are you throwing it at him on the horizontal?
Actually, I would like to hit him with the horizontal part.
Yeah, you can do
lands
that.
on him.
Yeah, so basically he's up under it, and he's on the floor, but the door's not heavy enough to actually like swash him like a grape or anything like that. Yeah. So that's where you go, and you see 2 guys behind him that look shocked. One of them immediately goes to his knee and sights at you with a M16. The other one behind him pulls an M16 and sights at you also.
And I pull Steve into the door. I'm going to pull Steve out of the doorway. I'm going to
Great choice,
Yeah,
Moose.
I'm grabbing him by the back of his. I might rip his gown half off.
My gown is around my waist, so don't worry about that.
Yeah,
I am going to have them shoot at you, Steve.
Okay.
At least the first one. The second one will be getting everything into place. But the first one will shoot at you at disadvantage because of Moose pulling you to the side.
Okay, thank you, Moose.
So the first roll is an 82. That's a miss.
Oh, that's a good thing.
The second. Thank you, Agent 0086. We appreciate you following these strange tales. So Steve Irwin,
yes.
The last roll that he had, the second one, would in fact have been a crit. It was a 0-6.
Oh.
So Moose has saved you from obliterative damage.
Thank you, Moose.
And you see the bullet takes out a huge chunk of the wall where it hits.
Fatal funnel. pull you away from it.
I don't think that's the right way to go.
Can I search for something like a linens drop? Because those are normally in hospitals.
There is not one in this hallway that you see, but make me a luck roll so I can determine where in the facility it might be.
That is a 32.
Okay, there is one somewhere in the facility on this floor, but you have not seen it yet. So at this point, you have the elevator, and you have the double doors, and you see Savage at the end of the hall near his office. His hands are actually twitching.
Would any of us, other than Steve, have heard the thing about the meat conditions?
I assume Steve and Moose easily would have heard it. Tom and Booker, you can make listen checks to see if you heard it too.
Might as well.
Feel
Hold on,
free.
dropped a dice.
Uh-oh. Great dice hunt begins.
That is 63. Oh, but my listen's 70.
So you heard that. How about you, Tom Jones?
No.
Okay.
Wildly missed.
The Vicodin has fogged your your senses.
Oh yeah. Because I was gonna say I do have fast talking, so I would very, very quickly like to just shout to anyone in the general vicinity in a very poor Savage voice would be like, "What? No, just fell on some bullets. Just decided to shoot myself. Their meat is bad. They don't need to be here. Let them go."
All righty. So you
Not
say
convincing.
that.
Not convincing.
What y'all gonna do?
You said that we saw our German doctor friend twitching.
So Moose and Steve, you're probably still in the stairwell. Guy and Tom are probably up at the top of it and seeing the twitching. Yes. But basically you see him laying back and his hands are going,
Told you he was going to get up soon. I've been
Damn
right
shit to
about
kill orders.
everything
Go,
so
go,
far.
go, go, go.
Yeah.
what are you doing, guys?
I'm gonna put 2 shots over Steve's head and his shoulder as we're still moving away from the stair and just kind of get some suppressing fire.
Okay.
I don't even know how it works if I'm just not. I'm blind shooting. I'm not even trying to shoot them. I'm just want them to know that they will be shocked.
Yeah, you're literally just trying to back them off a little bit to give you some time. Perfect.
Correct.
You've
I'm
now
gonna
gone
climb
through
over a
5.
door.
You've used 5 shots.
Use 5 shots. Okay. Is that total or in that suppressive fire?
You said you put 2 shots down in suppressive.
Got it. Okay.
That's what you said. I'm just going by you literally saying I shoot 3 times and then I shoot 2 times.
Got it. Okay. Awesome.
It's just important because unlike a lot of games, you could actually run out of ammo here.
No, what? No way.
What, Sean?
2 + 1 + 1 + 2. No. So,
Math hard.
Okay, so Moose, you pull
like it.
Steve Irwin, and I assume he starts helping as the initial shock of this all runs away from him, stops, and y'all make your way up the stairs very quickly towards the top. Booker and Tom, you see them moving. They're hauling ass up the stairs back towards you. You heard gunfire exchanged in the hallway, and it was loud.
Can I try to like run for some intersections so I can look for a laundry chute somewhere?
So at present, the only thing you've got is so there's a gap in the right wall that's right next to the room you were at. Could be a nurse's station, could be some sort of other station. You've got the elevator and you've got the 2 doors down the hallway at the end. There's also a possibility that inside one of the offices, there could be a laundry drop. Where do you wish to go? Gap, elevator, doors, or another office?
Elevator?
Okay. You go over, you hit the button on the elevator, and you hear it shudder to life. It goes, you hear it begin ascending towards your position. Tom Jones, they're coming up the stairs fast. You gonna get out of the way so that Moose and Steve Irwin can clear?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll dive for cover if I have to. Like whatever gets me out of the way the fastest.
Okay. You do have, just for reference for anybody who may want to know, you've got a fire extinguisher there right next to that doorway, if that's of any help.
I would love to at least grab it and create a little bit of a smoke screen so that way
Sure.
they can't see us as well. Like just
Sure.
kind of spray it like into the door frame area.
Absolutely. You can do that. So y'all, as you're coming up, your breathing's a little bit hindered by the fire extinguisher, but it also gives you some cover from these guys behind you. Between that and the suppressive fire, you're guessing you might have backed them off a bit, Moose.
Yeah, who knows? I might have another door.
Plus they got to get past the door, which in a stairwell is not as easy as it might normally be.
And you thought the door was crazy.
I didn't.
I'm talking about them.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna say, you guys find us an exit and come.
Elevator.
That's a really dumb way to get out of here. There could be 20 dudes of M16s on the other side. Maybe, but I mean, if you want to check it out. But I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna just keep on shooting until I run out. I don't know how much time I'm gonna buy you guys, but see what you guys can do. And I'm gonna say for this instant, I'm just gonna stay here and I'm gonna be poking my door out. And if I see a hand or a thing start trying to touch the door, I'm gonna send a round out.
Tom Jones, are you going to continue spraying fire extinguisher into the hallway, the stairwell?
I would say yes, or if there seems like there's enough throwing the canister and being like, shoot it. Like what, like,
Which
yeah.
way are you going to do it? Those
Probably
are two.
the second. I would probably
Okay.
create enough of a smoke screen and then toss the thing and then
Okay.
just
So he tosses
yeah,
it and tells
just
you to shoot
probably
it, Moose. Are you going to take a
advise
shot
that
at
it
it?
be shot.
I will definitely try to shoot it. That sounds fun.
Make a shot roll make a shooting roll while it's flying through the air.
That's a 56.
Okay. That I think hits for you, does it not?
Yeah, my shooting skill is at a 75. So
Okay.
Yes.
What's your damage?
oh, sorry,
Sorry.
That's a
My
board.
bad. My bad.
5 points of damage.
Okay. So the fire extinguisher bursts a bit and begins spraying what was left in it out through the large puncture in it. And you think this stairwell is fairly well obscured for some period of time. Hard to say how long. So I've got Moose sitting at the doorway, periodically pumping a shot down there. Maybe when you hear footsteps or when you hear what sounds.
When I see them try to mess with that door to try and move it, like if I see them.
So they're around the corner from you, Moose, because Sholem said he was going to be at the corner and hit him. And so they're literally around. If you think of it as a stairwell with a wall, they're literally around the wall, so you can't see them. You can hear them. They're clearly trying to get the door up, and you can hear the one guy that got hit going, "I think I'm okay. I think I can make it." And the guy's like, "Dude, your nose is broken."
He's got broken ribs.
Then I will probably shoot a round off every like minute or so, unless I see them try. Unless I see them across the door, and the entire time I'm gonna be like, "My head's a lemon, and I'm gonna peel it. I'm gonna peel you next." And I'm gonna I'm gonna just try to yell some insane crap and just try to distract them and just try to buy these four the other guys as much time as possible to find a way out.
Okay.
So is Dr. Savage between us and the elevator?
No, the elevator is literally like 10 feet away from you. Savage is about 50 feet away down the hallway. Savage is between you and the double doors.
I think we need to go for the double doors, guys, because those soldiers are right down there by the elevator.
You do see the double doors open, and a soldier steps through them with his weapon in hand and looks down the hall, and his eyes go wide when he sees you. And then he reaches down and grabs Savage by the back of the coat and begins pulling him through the double doors. And you can hear Savage going, "It is okay. I will be okay. It's just a wound. No biggie."
Okay, we definitely don't want to go that way. That's too low. Oh.
What do y'all want to do? Ding!
I'm
The
gonna say
elevator
not-
arrives.
Yeah, I'm gonna not feel an ounce of guilt as I pee the pants that are not mine.
Fair enough. The elevator arrives and the doors kind of shudder open, Booker. But there it is. It's an elevator. Looks
And
kind of
nobody's
beat
in it?
up. No one's in it.
Then,
It's
yeah.
only about a 7 by 7 foot elevator, so it's not huge. And it looks kind of beat up. It looks like it's not really well maintained or used. Clearly, no customers come in this elevator because it's just not kept
Like here's our
particularly
way
clean.
elevator. Like an
Does it have an
orderly
escape
elevator.
hatch?
There is probably you'll have to get in and look.
Well, I'm asking because I'm moving down the hallway. I'm going to try and find another fire extinguisher. If there is one.
Are you going to peek in? There is one at the end of the hall, but it's actually near Dr. Savage's prior position. So you have to get really close to those double doors to get to it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
move
do,
into the
uh,
elevator.
I was gonna say I'm gonna see if I can duck in the elevator and hold
You can.
the door open button so that way
Okay.
anybody who wants to get in still can. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna lean on that for a minute.
Booker, what were you saying?
I'm just going to go in the elevator.
Okay. Booker, you get in the elevator with Tom Jones. Moose is still at the doorway with his pistol shooting off a round every now and then. Steve Irwin, you walk down the hall. Please, are you walking carefully and quietly, or are you just running? Are you trying to just get down there and get back?
I'm trying to get down there and get back.
Okay. Please make me then a dex roll to see how fast you get down and get back.
I rolled it on too.
That's really good.
I'll take it.
Clearly adrenaline's your friend. And you run down there and grab the fire extinguisher off the wall and take off running back. A bullet, actually, a single shot does come through the glass window, shattering it, and hits the wall where you were just a moment ago.
Always have to play like the forest crocodiles.
Yep. Sean, make me a idea roll, please, which is your intelligence.
Sure. No,
Okay.
absolutely not. Not by a
Okay.
long shot. It was
Okay.
89 out of 50.
Fair enough. Moose, you fire off 2 more shots during this intervening time.
Can I
Perfect.
stick my head out and yell to Moose and Steve Irwin?
You do what you like. Yes, sir.
I'm going to yell out, guys, get in here. We found a clear office. We're going to hold up. And I'm just going to flag them over to the elevator.
I'll run towards
Coming.
Booger.
Okay. All righty, Moose, you back into the elevator. So I assume you still got your gun up and
Of course.
are doing
yeah.
your thing. Okay. As you're backing into the elevator, one of the guys actually ducks around the corner, and there's still a haze, but there's enough visibility that both of you can take a shot at each other. So I'll let you have the first shot.
Yes.
That's a 14.
All righty, that's really good, Nick. So Moose, you have a choice here. You can use that exceptional shot to either injure him, or you can use it to once again suppress him and back him off.
You
know what? I'm gonna because I would say that Moose would shoot to hit him.
Fair enough. So please roll your damage.
Oh, nice. So that's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Nice. He that much damage causes him to jerk back out of the way, and his shot goes high and hits the back of the elevator, puts a nice hole in the metal of the elevator. Sholem,
Yes.
Steve Irwin comes racing back to the elevator as the shots are exchanged, and you are now in the elevator also.
All right.
Slamming
I'm
the
gonna
door
start
close button.
shooting it out into the hallway, and I'm gonna just whisper on my shoulder, "Get out the escape hatch."
Okay. So Booker, what'd you just say? You're hitting the button?
Yeah, hitting the closed door button.
Okay. You hit the closed door button, and once again the thing goes and it closes.
Get up the escape hatch because we're gonna fill this with powder, and then they'll shoot in here, and we won't be in here, and they'll have to go somewhere else.
Okay,
was
but
gonna
we still have
say-
to go down first.
Get up
Oh, yeah.
out the top.
Is
I will-
there? Oh, go ahead.
Go for it, Booker. You're good.
On the buttons, is there like a basement level?
Yes. Now that you're looking, Booker, you notice that there is a button for floor 2, which is where you are. There's a button for floor 1, which would be the ground floor. But that button has actually been removed and kind of welded over so that nobody diddles around with the empty socket.
Mhm.
And there is a button for the basement. Yes, it says B.
Okay, I'm gonna go down to the basement because then when we go through the hatch and stand on top of it, we'll be at the first floor.
All right, so you're hitting the B button.
Mhm.
Okay. What else is anyone doing?
Are there
We need to
any
get
other
everybody
buttons
up and
or
out.
just,
Yeah,
is
I'm
it just
gonna.
those 3?
Yes.
Is it just okay?
Mhm.
So then, yeah, never mind then. Because I was gonna hit all of them, so that way they don't try to take the elevator as well. Just very elf sort of like hit all the buttons so it stops at every floor. But that's not really gonna work here. So no, I'm just gonna follow suit with the hatch plan.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna see if there is a hatch. And if there
There
is,
is.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my palm first and see if it goes out.
It does.
And then I'm just gonna start helping the group get up through the hatch.
Very good. So anyone who is of size 60 or greater will have some trouble getting through the hatch. Is there anyone whose size is greater than 60, Moose?
I'm at 80. So
As am I.
I'm at
Alrighty.
75.
Nice. This is a hefty group of characters.
yeah, this is,
Should we
So
turn his weight
Tom
along
Jones
on
looks
this
like
thing?
he can make it through pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
He's-
I'm at 40. I'm
he's-
basically like you toss me up like a party favor. It's great.
Yeah, he's heroin skinny.
Yeah, I've got hollow bones like a bird. It's weird.
Fair enough.
What's all the lack of blood in your body
So,
right
so
now?
do you let
Yeah.
Tom Jones up first?
if he was in front of me first, he's going up first.
Yeah, he
Not
looks
doing
like
all
an
I'm
easy
thinking right now.
fit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Jones, you get up there. The elevator is shuddering and moving down slowly. You can see that, I mean, you're in just a brick with steel I-beams elevator shaft. There's not a lot of space around the elevator, maybe somewhere between 6 and 12 inches in each direction. And it is going down. You see, as it's going down, you're passing the first floor door, and you can see that door has been welded shut from this side so that it doesn't open. And it's actually got a sign on it that probably was slapped on there years ago that's weathered looking that says "out of service."
I'll probably like drop onto my stomach and yell through the hatch, be like, "Don't bother, the first floor's closed. Like that's not happening."
Well, he hit the basement, so you continue moving down past the first floor.
Well, we were going to use the top of the elevator to try to get.
Fair.
Still good plan. Everyone get up.
Okay. Moose, are you going next? Who's going next?
I'm gonna grab Steve. I'm gonna throw him up there. I'm gonna say it's better for them to come in here, and we maybe get an ambush out of this. I'm gonna start squeezing Steve through, and
it's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna be straining and trying to get him through. Probably
Okay.
ass on face, boot on knee.
Yeah, not your finest moment, Moose,
No.
for sure. So, Steve Irwin, what's your size?
It's 80. I have a big barrel chest, so this is gonna be fun.
So
I have to
please roll.
exhale.
Please roll me a percentile.
God. Okay, that's a 47.
Alrighty. So it is a tough fit for you, basically. And you.
And stop going up.
Yes, it is. Moose, he's having a hard time getting through it. He's a big old heifer of a man. Are you gonna push and try to force him through?
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm doing the power to push him
Alrighty.
through.
Okay. He pushes you through, Steve Irwin, and you take a point of damage.
Ouch. Okay, I'm up.
Yeah, I was going to
Moment
say,
up.
I'll help like get you the rest of the way up, but not necessarily enough to pull you up out of the thing, but just enough to help like lend you a hand to stand up and be like, hey, well done.
Emotional support.
Pass up the fire extinguisher.
You did great, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you passing the fire extinguisher up?
I don't think we have the fire extinguisher anymore, do we?
I do. I went
Oh,
down the hall
okay,
and got
yeah.
one.
Steve Irwin got a second.
That's right.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll throw it up, and also I'm gonna look at Booker and be like, "You ready?"
No. I'm going to wait until the elevator gets to the bottom floor. And
It
before
hits
the
the-
doors open, I'm going
Mhm.
to hit the emergency stop. So the doors
Okay.
don't open.
The
It
whole
hits
point is they
bottom.
don't think we're in here.
You hit the emergency stop, and the bell begins to go off.
I pop out the emergency stop.
Okay. And the doors begin to open. Are you going up, Booker?
I'll be the last one up. I'm going to help
Okay.
Moose get in.
You and Moose talk about that. That's between you two.
But I don't think you're gonna be able to get me up there, Booker. But
You're just as big as I am. So, and I don't know. I think you are a little worse for where you got shot. I didn't.
all right, say less, and I'm gonna step on Booker and start climbing through the hatch.
And
Okay.
recognize I've already lubed the hole with my blood, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
help Moose up from the top.
Moose, what's your size?
80.
Alrighty. Percentile roll, please.
What an unfortunate.
42.
Alrighty. You also will find that you take some damage as Steve Irwin lifts you through, kind of forcing you, and you take a point of damage.
If I push my luck to be under my size, was that the clearing?
No, I was actually looking for a roll above your size in this particular. I was looking for a reverse roll
Understood.
so that
Okay.
it holds your size against you.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I could have explained that. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Would it
okay.
help? Okay.
Yeah, just a bunch of big old boys.
As the doors open, do I see anything?
You do. You see a basement, what appears to be a basement. The things that are most noteworthy as you watch Moose slither up into the place are, from your position, you see what appear to be two large, probably 10-foot diameter vats. They're about 10 by 10, so 10-foot diameter cylinders and 10-foot tall, and they are both labeled with medical waste stickers. You see a big pile of wood in the middle of the floor, and you see some other rooms that are right next to you, and some doors that are closed. So it's kind of dingy looking. It's what you'd expect in a basement. It's got lights that are on hanging wires that run along and kind of flicker with not the best electricity in the world.
Do I hear any people or see anybody?
You hear what I can only describe as excited chittering, quietly, like
Guys, they've got Jawas.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
look
going?
up-
Are you going up, or staying where you are and talking?
I'm gonna look up to them and I'm like, I think we found the nesting room. I'm gonna go check it out
Oh.
really quick. You guys
The
stay there and be
nesting room.
quiet.
Oh,
I'm gonna look at you guys and be like, all right, so we're down one man. What's our next plan?
Well, my plan was if the guys with the guns were outside the door, we were going to fill the elevator with powder so that they couldn't see us and they think we hadn't taken the elevator, but somebody hit the emergency stop. So they know we're here.
yeah.
It only made a
I-
blip.
And there's
It was
no
only
way
for a
out the
moment.
first floor. I guess we got to go back through the hole. God help me.
I'm just gonna do my best to try to forget the phrase nesting room.
Yeah.
Like this.
I don't know what that is, but I don't have to write that because he's doing it for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Guys,
Yes,
I've been
yeah.
right about everything so far.
We're trapped.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So those of you on the roof, that would be Tom and Moose and Steve Irwin. You can hear a grinding of metal, not like gears, but like someone trying to open the doors, maybe with a pry bar or something, above you on the second floor. Where
Okay,
you
we
came
got to
from.
go. We got to go. They're going to drop a grenade down here because they don't care about us now.
Guy, Booker,
Yes.
you can move into this room. Do you wish to do so? Well, it's actually into the basement proper.
Yes, I'm gonna move quietly and I'm at the low ready.
Okay. So what you see again, you see these two large vats that are labeled as medical waste containers, and you can smell the irony kind of decaying smell of blood and other medical waste. You see a big pile of boards stacked up about 8 feet tall to the left of you. Beyond those boards, you see the back wall of this, and there's a big part of the wall that's been, like, I don't want to say chiseled out. It looks like it's been taken out, and there's a plastic thing across it that looks like a police line marker, but it actually is a gas line marker from the company, from the gas company. It basically says, Knoxville Gas, do not enter.
Do
It
I
looks-
see any sort of windows or anything?
Not
that
down,
would
not
be
down here. You
purpose-
see a door directly to your right. You see a door directly to your left, a door a little bit farther left, and then around the boards is kind of where you hear the chittering sounds. And you have to assume there's another door around there. Looking at the way the place is laid out, even though you can't see it, you can see the ceiling would indicate there's more over on that side of the boards.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to look for our next route of escape.
Could be through one of these doors, could be through the gas thing. If it's, I mean, it looks like a tunnel. It's certainly big enough to accommodate a man. So if it goes far enough into some place that lets you escape, that's a possibility. Otherwise, you have to go into the basement and see kind of where things are and investigate a little bit. Who's coming down out of the ceiling first?
If they aren't, I will.
Yeah. Before I go down, I'm just gonna get the radio and go, hey guys, I got EMS, fire, and police on scene. What am I gonna tell them?
Oh, nice. Okay, very nice. Let's make a persuasion roll.
Ooh. Oh, okay. That's gonna be a 20 out of 30. So that's a success.
Nice job.
Whew.
Yeah, so you hear some radio chatter from up top, and the pry bar stops for a second. And so that's what you know right now.
I'm going down the hole.
Okay,
Yeah.
Steve Irwin, it's easier going down than it was coming up.
Yeah,
Make
it's going
me
to hurt
another
more
roll.
going down.
This time we're looking for under your strength.
Under my
Instead of
size or
over.
under my strength?
Yeah, under your size. Sorry, under your size.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
By one.
So gravity's working with you now, and it's a good servant for you, and You go down through the hole.
Yeah, there's also enough blood in this hole that I'm sure it's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's a little slick.
Come on, Tom.
Booker, what you gonna do? You can see they're coming back down from the ceiling into the elevator.
I don't want to go to the hole because that's definitely where the breeding ground is.
Okay.
So what are my other options?
Your other options would be to look at the door to your left, the door to your right, the door far to your left, or to go around the boards and see what's on the other side of the boards, the big old pile of boards.
I'm going to go to the closest door and see what I can see.
Alrighty. There is a lock on this door. It's not a great one, but it is a lock. It looks like it's probably 30 years old.
Are there any can I see through the doors at all?
No, these are cheap. Okay. These are the cheapest of cheap doors down here. They're like the ones you get at Lowe's for $20. It's a basement.
Right.
Who's next down the hole?
Come on, Tom, I'll catch you.
All right,
yeah,
Tom glides through the hole. He's heroin skinny, no problem.
Yeah, it's like being fired out of a potato gun, but in a different direction.
Fair enough.
Just toss down the extinguisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw that
weighs as much as I do, so that'll be perfect.
And Moose starts working his way down.
I'll try and help him so he doesn't fall.
Okay. Booker.
I'm going to go to the next door over.
All right. The next door over is not locked.
Can I open it just a little bit and peek through, see what I see?
You can. It's dark.
Excellent. All right. We need a plan. What are we doing?
Moose, you're down. Did you make your roll?
I rolled. You said I was rolling under, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's good. I rolled a 76, so I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. You're down. Gravity was your friend this time.
Okay,
all right, you are all down and within talking distance. You hear the pry bar above the elevator has begun doing its thing again. Go ahead.
I'm starting to really fall back on the arson plan. There's a bunch of wood here. What if we put it in the elevator, set it on fire?
Oh, John's chimney.
Tom Jones looked positively crazed at that idea.
That's a great idea.
I love this plan.
That'll get emergency services here, and at the very least, that'll cause a distraction.
Well, it'll keep the guys coming down. Is there a stairwell exit down here where the one would have been on the upstairs?
There's none that you can see, but there is more basement on the other side of the boards that no one has seen.
I like the fire idea. It'll stop those soldiers from coming down.
Yeah, let's not let them use the elevator shaft. Let's let them fight whatever blocked up stairwell there is. Absolutely light that thing on fire. It might be our only mode of egress at the moment, but you know what? I mean, rocking a hard place, right? We might as well, rock in a fireplace. Why not? Let's just
smoke goes up.
Yeah.
I agree. Tom and Booker, do you guys want to work on that? Me and Steve will push forward a little bit and see what we can find.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay.
Before we do this, you said that there was a gas line. Do I smell gas?
You do not.
Okay.
Good question.
Although
none of us know about the gas line.
Real quick ending to this adventure when we blow ourselves up.
No, they're gonna open. They're gonna get the elevator doors open, and it's gonna fireball outside of it because it's gonna.
Booker, make a sand check. Booker, make a sand check.
That is a 4 and a 10. 14.
You are very sure that there's not a smell of gas down here. Although, with as much medical waste as in those vats, that is kind of permeating the area, so it's hard to be completely sure, but you're pretty sure. Mostly.
Close enough. I'll take it.
Well, none of us have to worry. We don't know about the gas line.
You'll be able to see it as soon as you go into the basement. So Booker and
gambler
Tom,
by nature. Let's roll those dice.
Booker and Tom, tell me about how you're going to start a fire. I just need to know what your approach is going to be to that.
We're just going to take wood. We're going to create as much of a little TP inside of the elevator as we can, and then I'm going to use the notepad as kindling and the lighter, and I'm just going to set it all on fire.
All righty, nice. Okay.
I was gonna say, and if the paper isn't catching fast enough, I still have the hospital gown sort of worn almost like a robe, and I'm fine with losing that. I'll just go shirtless and in pants that don't fit. I'm fine with rocking that. Whatever helps get this thing going quicker.
So y'all start working on that. We're going to give you a few minutes to work on that. Moose and Steve, what are y'all doing? You've got basically this area where you've got medical waste right in front of you. There's an area where you can walk to the side of it, which is where you will see the large open space in the wall that has been taped off by the gas company as a dangerous place you shouldn't go. And then you've got the wood directly to the left.
Did anybody see the gas line? Did anybody smell gas?
There's definitely not any gas. I've never been sure of anything more in my life.
Make a sand check, Steve Irwin.
That isn't an ought to.
You're very sure that there's no gas smell here.
Never mind. And I'm gonna move through. You said there were 2 doors.
There's a door he has checked out that is dark, and he can't.
We don't
see
know
what's
where
in
he's
there.
been though. So.
Oh, that's right. Ask him. There's one to the right that he is locked, and there's one to the left that wasn't locked, but the room beyond is dark.
As we're
Okay.
moving wood, I'll point and be like, that one's locked, that one's dark.
The lock doesn't look like much. I mean, if any of you has any ability with locks, it probably is. You could probably go through it pretty easy.
Asking the wrong person there.
Or you
I
could
can-
just beat it down. You've got a lot of muscle in this group. Moose, add 1 hit point back to yourself.
He's a werewolf.
That's
You know-
disturbing.
We do have a bunch of wood and hospital gowns and a lighter. We could make a makeshift torch and go into the dark room.
Well, I mean, that's easy. I'll just tear off a piece of my hospital gown and wrap it around the collapsible baton.
I'm donkey kicking the
better.
locked door.
And light that on fire. It'll give me a moment of light.
Moose, you say you're kicking in the locked door?
Yeah, I'm gonna like a donkey kick. So put my
Okay.
back to it and
Make a-
rear up and kick it.
Yep. Make a strength roll. And you're at full strength now. Your physical disabilities have gone away.
That's a 54. So that's under.
You bust it off of the lock and hinges, and it flies into the darkness beyond.
I'm gonna do like a little curtsy, show of hands to Steve. To if you want to lead the way, Steve.
Nice. And I'll walk through with the baton torch out in front of
Yeah,
me.
and I'm gonna be right behind Steve, just my
Have
hand on
you-
his shoulder.
Okay. Have you lit the baton torch?
Yes.
Okay. What you see is this looks like a custodian's workroom. So you see there's a workbench pretty much around the whole perimeter, except there are some cabinets. Again, think of this as a place that's been here for probably 20 or 30 years. So everything's older. There's no maintenance being done to the benches. They're all very weathered. The tools in here, again, are very weathered. And you can find pretty much any kind of hand tool here that you would want.
Is there a light switch?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll
there's
turn the light
switches,
switch
right?
on.
Yeah, it comes on with these dingy hanging by wire bulbs that kind of half illuminate the room, but you can see it better than you could a minute ago for sure.
All right. There's no other exit though.
There is no exit out of this room. No, sir.
Do we see a chemical?
No, I will
locker?
say in this room, it's an MSDS locker. Yes.
I'm going for some turpentine because
And
that's
there's,
in there.
yeah, I mean, you can find plenty of solvents, turpentine. There's probably kerosene in here for some other stuff the guy might be doing. So there are plenty of things that'll burn in here.
I will not get near those with my torch because I'll probably have to stomp it out because it's very small fire. But I will carry a piece of one of those bottles of very, very highly explosive things to them if we get their fire going pretty good.
Okay. As you do that, Tom Jones and Booker, please make me a listen roll. You are at advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
I
37?
did that.
How'd you do, Tom Jones?
Oh, no, I didn't make it either time.
Okay.
Actually, my listen is a 30. So can I use 7 points of luck to
Of course you may. I'm always up for using some luck.
yeah, I want to do that.
Your sacrifice is appreciated, Booker.
What do my dwarven ears hear?
You hear the door finally creak open, and looking up as you're working there in the elevator to build your little pyre, you look up and you see one of the soldiers leaning out. You can see he's illuminated from behind in the dark shaft, and he does this and drops something that looks like a large egg down the shaft. What are you going to do, Booker?
Dip my head in, hit the closed door button, and then come out on the outside.
Okay. Are you telling Tom Jones, who's also in the elevator with you?
No, I'm just dragging him.
Okay. Tom Jones.
I thought you were just gonna leave it at no.
Booker.
No, I just like
is
dip
the
my head
game.
in, hit the button, pull him out, and then like
Okay.
put us against the wall.
All righty. So Tom Jones, you're being manhandled by Booker. Are you going with it? Or fighting? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Booker,
Worked for you so far.
I'm used to when someone bigger than me grabs me, I just instinctively ragdoll. I've been thrown out of enough places.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a bouncer, just like you're gone. Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah.
Like a puppy in
and
the
Smooth
scrub.
recognizes that.
Like one of those things where when you push the bottom of them, they just collapse. Like I
Yeah.
basically do that.
Fun fact:
Alrighty.
being thrown out of
So-
the window is called
so,
defenestration.
Booker, I need you to make me a dexterity roll.
Okay,
And are you on drugs right now? Did you take Percocet or anything, or Vicodin or anything like that?
I did not. So I'm
Okay,
still
so you're still at half. Yes, sir.
That is a 65, which is my normal dex.
Okay, so you're about 30 off, 32 off. Okay, so you pull Tom Jones out and you don't move quite as quick as you thought you would. And that also in combination with the fact that the doors are slowly shuttering closed, the explosion in the elevator goes off. On the bright side, your pyre is probably ignited.
Yeah, it's got some accelerant on there, and now also the only source of oxygen is the second floor.
Okay, and so the fire's going. You did that. On the downside, you will need to make me a dodge roll to see, and that'll be at half, to see if you take any damage from the flying shrapnel.
I'm just looking at a monkey rich right now, like waiting it, and like, when they get the fire going.
Fair.
Hear the boom go, Tom, what did you do?
Yeah.
Right?
That is a /6.
Nice. Okay. Sean, make me a dodge roll, please.
Here we go.
You're dodging Booker, not the shrapnel, right?
What'd you get, Sean?
I rolled a 90.
Okay, so Booker, I need to ask you a question. It seems like Tom Jones, you pulled him out. He might be in harm's way because he's just kind of. Are you going to
I'm-
turn
I'm
so that
going
your
to
body
Pick and
shields
roll
him?
with him to pull him out of the way.
Okay,
Me.
very, very heroic. I commend you. Probably will get you killed in this game at some point.
I was gonna say, you don't have to. I've got enough luck that I could possibly bump it
The
but I would
D&D
have
in
to
me though
beg-
commends you.
all my luck. Like,
No, I would imagine it's not even intentional. That would just be the way that he like pulls him out of the way.
That's
Yeah.
completely fair. Yeah. Booker, you will take 2 points of damage as what shrapnel was coming through the air hits you instead of him.
All righty.
thank you.
And
Thank
as
you.
the fire begins to pick up steam, it's a good time to take a break.
Goodness.
Yeah, and
So-
remember, guys, Modern Overhead Games Epic is giving away an epic character image generator. Voices. I'm still right off from the explosion. So make sure you type !epic in the chat, and you get that awesome gift. But make sure that you are following and you stay in the chat so we can get in contact with you. And appreciate it, guys. See you in a little bit.
Very good. We're going to take a short break and come back and see what happens to these gentlemen as they try to fight for their lives and get out of this terrible place alive. Be seeing you. So I have to admit, y'all are the first group that has ever actually set fire in the basement. So congratulations. Yeah, Sean's coming. I'm sure he's probably trying to still get out of the elevator shaft. So welcome back. You made your votes in chat and I appreciate it. We will see how that impacts the game here in a minute. Please note we will have one last audience poll going up that will allow you to also impact the tail end of this game as we conclude it. So please get out there and vote. It appears that our fourth investigator, Ego von Hubris, Ego von Hubris, is not yet back with us. He's probably getting a snack, I'm guessing. Either that or he's been black bagged by there. Either that or he's been black bagged by a Majestic 12.
It's the Vicodin. I'm telling you, it's the Vicodin. He's phasing in and out.
So
snacking on some Vicodin, it's fine.
Your fire is going. And my question for the team is, what are you going to do? You will note that some smoke is filtering in here. Most of it's going up into the shaft, but you do have some filtering in here. You can hear the doors at the top of the shaft still being forced apart. So you're guessing that maybe the people who dropped the grenade are not yet done coming after you. So what are you going to do?
Is the elevator door completely closed?
No, it's about like yay.
Oh, how big is the container I'm carrying?
It's like a normal 5-gallon can.
Ah, dang it.
You could probably pour it on if you want to.
No. I don't want to do that. But what I will do
okay.
is I'll put it right outside the doors. So when they open it, they'll kick it over with the top off.
Sure, you can do that.
In this room, can I get an accelerant, a container, and a light source and our shrapnel?
All of those things are possible. You have nails.
I'm making
you
a
have
nail
flashlight. Yeah, all of those things are possible. But you do have a fire going while you're doing that, which is a little stressful. So while Moose is making his bomb and Steve Irwin is setting up his trap, is anyone else doing anything down here?
I just wanted to go grab either a hammer or a pry bar if they have
Easily
one of
done.
those.
Yes, both of those exist within this room.
Okay, I'll take a pry bar, like a long pry bar, and then I'll give my scissors back to Tom Jones.
And
So
I will
now I have
take-
a taser and a pry bar.
Cool.
And I would like to pick up that hammer. So now I've got hammer and scissors.
Nice. So Booker, I didn't even tell you as you were picking up the pry bar and turning away, you noticed something red, like a red illumination under the bench, like pushed way up under it. Just caught the corner of your eye.
I'm just gonna
Interesting.
dip my head down low, look at it. Do I see anything?
It looks like there's something back under the bench that is giving off a faint red illumination and appears to have been covered probably pretty hastily with a bunch of oily shop rags. Like somebody's just taken a bundle and put them all over it.
I'm gonna
Huh.
take the pry bar and clear it
Okay.
off with that.
You see in front of you a black duffel bag and it's unzipped and poking. You can see through the part of it that's unzipped what appears to be a digital readout, like a digital clock. And the clock says 666 665 664 663.
Oh no. That seems.
Booker, do you say anything?
Uh,
Or do you just go,
Yeah.
I think I found a bomb or a super complex egg timer.
Someone set us up the bomb.
did you say bomb?
Yeah.
And I'll come running around the corner. Where?
Here,
And
I held it
it's-
up.
Don't
It's in a
don't put
bag?
it down gently.
I can't. I already picked it up.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go to the other room that was dark, and I'm gonna see
Okay.
if there's a light switch.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna turn
perfect.
it on.
This appears to be a room where the custodian keeps spare pieces of like pipe and other wood and such. It's basically just a storage shed for parts.
I'm looking for a door out. No door?
There's no door in here. No.
Well, I guess we're going. Let's go. And
Where
I
are you
start
going?
heading towards the pipeline.
Okay. Oh, so you get over to where the gas is, where the gas tape is, and looking around the pile of wood, you can see there's actually some other stuff there. There's a door that's partially open, and there's some illumination coming out from it. And there's also a chain link, like a gate on the right side that looks like it is preventing easy egress for a stairwell that appears to go up. But it is locked. There's a padlock on that gate. And you can hear that chittering noise coming from the door with illumination.
Yeah, so the illuminated door seems.
You said you would be able to find any hand tools, any simple hand tools.
Yes.
Can I find wire cutters?
You can find the small handheld ones. They will not cut the bolts on the
And
lock.
the fire extinguisher.
And you'd have to work hard on the chain link because the chain link is typically thicker than most wire cutters will do quickly.
Do you think we could
It's a padlock or is it a built-in lock?
It's a padlock.
I was gonna say, if there's any chain or anything to it, we could potentially take one of the metal pipes and see if we could twist the chain, but I feel like we'd just be wasting time at that point.
I'm gonna go back for my fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Is the pipe bomb built yet?
Where did you leave the fire extinguisher? Yes, Moose.
I had actually put it down out in the hall when I had to make a torch.
Okay, so not in the elevator.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, it would have gone
Fair
boom
enough.
already.
Fair enough. Okay.
Probably put out the fire.
So you've got your fire extinguisher. The fire is raging inside the elevator.
Perfect.
And smoke is actually picking up in here. Moose, you've got your bomb. Booker, you've got your wire cutters. Tom Jones, you've got time.
What kind of fire
But
extinguisher?
it's not on your side.
Is it? Is it a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher?
Yes.
Perfect, because we could make that. We could cool down that lock pretty significantly and
Possibly.
smash it with a hammer.
Or I
I
could
got
shoot
the
it.
pry bar. We could just put it in there, wrench it.
I was just gonna
Or-
break it with the extinguisher.
Listen. I just know drugs. I mean, music. I mean, never mind. It's not
Chemical
important.
reactions. Chemical
not-
reactions.
It's not important right now.
Just Steve, go for it. I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
slow.
try to take a better listen down the illuminated hallway past the wood, see if I can figure out if there's anything beyond the chittering.
Fair. Not a hallway, a door that is just partially ajar.
Then I will listen at the ajar door.
Okay. You listen and you hear what sounds like a female voice. So you hear the chittering, and you hear quietly what sounds like someone saying, "Help me, help me, help me."
Mr. Ed.
And then you hear a female voice that says, "Do you smell smoke? Can y'all shut him up?
Yeah.
Is this normal?"
I will definitely let the group know that there are people in this room.
I'll put the extinguisher back
You
down.
hear the door opening, Tom Jones. What do you do?
I will take 3 good steps back, brandishing scissors and hammer.
Okay. Did you end up with the scissors? I thought somebody else ended up with those.
They were handed back to me.
Booker. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they were handed back to me when it was exchanged for the pry bar.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So what you see is as you're sitting there brandishing your scissors, let's get spacing here. Who else is over there with him?
I was gonna be breaking the lock, but he said there's
You
somebody in there.
can be breaking the lock if you wish to be.
Well, as soon as he said there's somebody over there, I stopped because it was gonna make a lot of noise.
Okay. So you turn and you see a woman in a lab coat with her hair pulled back in a single ponytail, opens the door and leans out and goes, "Who the?"
She's wearing the extinguisher.
Okay, says, "Who the fuck are you?" Bam.
He's
Okay.
wearing the whole
Make-
extinguisher.
Make your roll. This will function as a club.
Oh, God help me. I got a 20. I have a 40 in the skill.
So normally you have a 20 at half, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you barely hit, but you did hit. Roll club damage. That's a D6.
Okay, so 4 for the club and 2 for the damage bonus, so 6.
Nice. She, you hit her hard, and Where are you trying to hit her?
I was just chucking it to make her move and be in pain. That was no target. Just
it hits her. It hits her in the leg, and you think you heard something pop when it hit her in the leg because he's hit her so hard. And she's like, "The fuck!" And she pulls a sidearm out from her lab coat.
I'm gonna hold the pipe out up and just look at her and be like,
She shoots at you first, Moose.
okay.
is that a dead man switch?
No, it's
I was literally going to do that because I still have the bomb. I was going to put my hand in there and say I have a dead man switch.
So Moose, she goes bloop, 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 with her 9mm. One hits you, two went awry.
Oop.
That will be 3 points of damage.
Ow.
To your head. This time she grazes your head, probably giving you just a little bit of a concussion. Not a bad one, but you're definitely a little lightheaded from the free bleeding.
Can I react to that?
Absolutely.
All right, I would imagine if I got grazed in the head, it's because I was rushing her. And
Sure.
I am going to try to put her head into the ground, and then I'm going to use the zip ties to flexi cover her behind her back.
So are you going to drop your bomb in order to do that?
Yeah, I'll go, Tom, catch. And I'm going to throw the bomb at Tom.
We're all gonna die.
Nice.
We all keep
Toss
throwing
the
things
bomb.
to Tom.
You toss the bomb in the air to Tom as you bear down on her. Perfect. Please make me your fighting roll. Brawling.
Okay.
Tom, please make me a dexterity check at half.
Oh, good.
All right.
What'd you get, Moose?
I'm at 80 for brawling. I roll a 65, so I'm set.
Nice. Alrighty. Who is? Someone has just, Mission Control has just gotten Tom Jones advantage on this. So you may roll an advantage roll,
there we
Tom
go.
Jones. I think he needed that Mission Control.
It was the difference between success and abject failure.
Nice.
Oh,
So you made it?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Barely,
Cool.
barely, but
So,
it was better than the wild failure from
so-
before.
Tom literally does the hot potato thing. Moose, how much damage do you do?
Do I have to do damage, or can I do to subdue?
You can I can let you do it to try to get control over if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, because I have the zip ties from the guy, and I
So
want to
you-
get the arms behind her back and zip tie her.
Okay. So I'm going to let you get her arms behind her back, and then she's going to get an opportunity to resist.
Understood.
Her strength roll is not successful, so she does not resist. And the whole time she's like, "Get the hell off of me. Leave me alone. Help, help, help." And the chittering goes really quiet. I know that this is all happening very fast, but the chittering stops. Nick, Moose, you put the restraints on her. You're working on getting those on her hands. Behind her? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Tom Jones, you are looking at the bomb, wondering if it's still going to go off.
Yep, that is my
Booker and-
primary concern.
It's the
Booker and
nail
Steve-
bomb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just to give you guys a great estimate. It is a end capped pipe bomb with damp kerosene tissue and a bunch of rust that I grinded off, and some chemical that had a fire symbol on it. So I poured the rest of that in there, and then duct tape nails on the side of it.
Nice.
With
So
a
it needs
little
an ignition source.
yeah, there's a little like cut off like yarn that I look like I cut off of like the bottom of a chair and rolled it
It's all
off.
fast fuse.
Oh yeah. Unknown fuse. Unknown. This is a semi-functional possible exploding bomb.
Nice.
I watched
So,
a late night episode of like bomb making once. And
The Ted Kaczynski
Right.
documentary.
Right.
yeah, I watched it.
Right.
I'm not a bomb maker, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. You know,
Which makes you an expert.
So, Steve
Not a
Irwin
sponsor.
and Booker, what do
Yeah.
you wish to do as this action is commencing?
Thank you, Grumpy Lizard, for subscribing.
Repeat
Yeah.
that, Control. Oh, I see. Grumpy Lizard, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah.
We want you in a game soon.
Yes.
Run now.
Alrighty, Booker, what are you doing?
So I'm throwing the crowbar into the duffel bag and I'm taking the bomb with me.
Hi.
Because
Alright.
this is our out. And then I'm gonna run over to Tom Jones and take the pipe bomb.
Thank you.
Are you
Thank
giving
you,
it to him?
Oh, absolutely. I would say that the less I can hold it, the better.
Fair enough. You have the pipe bomb. Steve Irwin, what are you doing?
I gotta go get the fire extinguisher to break open the fence. So I gotta go get it where I dropped it against the poor lady.
So you're thinking that you probably, I mean, who knows how much time you've been out here fighting? It seems like it's only been a few seconds, but it could have been a few minutes.
I'm
You
running.
don't know how much time you have. Where are you running, Steve?
I'm moving to get the fire extinguisher back so I can beat the lock off.
So you get the fire extinguisher.
That did not sound right.
But Booker, what are you doing?
Is the door with the light open right now?
It is open, and you see shadows moving around, but you don't see what's in there.
All right, I want to light the pipe bomb and throw it into the room.
Okay.
Moose is in the room.
No, he's outside of the room.
Moose is at the doorway. The pipe bomb could indeed, potentially shrapnel could hit Moose, yes.
Moose may be a little lighter in the head because the bullet took some skull off, but still
Moose,
in the room.
make me a luck roll.
Oh boy.
A 99.
Moose, you're not lucky in this particular instance. As you're putting her things on her, here's what you see in that room, because you kind of glance in because of your angle at the doorway. You see Svensson, the guy who was in the room with you, the conspiracy theorist. He's against the wall. He appears to be in a vat of liquid, and it's just his head. It appears that his spinal column is still attached to it, but his body is laying on the table wide open, cut from stem to stern with everything peeled back so that you can see the ribs and everything, all the organs. The head is looking at you. The head goes, "Help me, help me." And he's bubbling through the liquid, crying for help. On the other side of the table, you see two little diminutive gray figures. They stand about 4.5 feet tall. They have really big eyes. They look exactly like all the UFO shows have always shown you. And one of them has a wicked curved stainless steel looking thing with blood on it. And it looks up at you. And the other one pulls its hand out, and it's got what I can only describe as a spiral shell with squid tentacles on it attached to his hand. And he points it at you and discharges it. Do you wish to dodge?
I wish to put the doctor between me and the firearm.
You may attempt to do that. Make a dexterity roll.
I'm just gonna roll because I'm on her back and I'm just gonna roll towards her.
You have spent a lot of time rolling today.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Fucking roll.
Oh.
So Moose rolls and Tom Jones goes limp.
I rolled a 48 and my dex is 50.
Nice.
It is my preferred
so
defense mechanism.
The creature was successful with its 2 hit. And so what you see is this thing discharges what I can only describe as like a purple pulse of energy that strikes her dead square in the chest and leaves a hole about this big in her gaping chest cavity, where it doesn't blow it out. It just makes what was there go away. Just like,
I'm gonna go, pygmies, pipe bombs, throw pygmies. It's the fucking pygmies.
Yeah,
Alrighty, we are
are
to Booker. Are you still throwing it, Booker?
Yep, light and throw.
Okay. Please make me a dexterity roll to light it.
You know, Steve smiles inside that he taught
Booker's got the shakes.
It's a 17.
Very good. You get it lit. Please make a throw roll. That is at half your normal.
Told you it was pygmies. Told
I was
you.
gonna say we're about to discover whether or not this thing is actually, in fact, a suppository.
Or whether this bomb is functional or not.
Oh, there's that too.
How'd you do there,
Every
Booker?
possibility.
I
nothing
rolled
happened.
I rolled a 74.
Uh-huh.
And my throw is just a 20.
Which means it's a 10 currently.
Which means it's a 10. Do I have 64 points of luck to
I
burn?
love this question. I knew this was coming.
But you can't use luck in combat.
True. Yeah,
all
that's a
right.
shame.
I do have a question. Does he throw it? Does he get it close to the doorway?
I'm about to figure that out.
Okay, because if he does, I want to hit it with the extinguisher into the room.
That is a possibility. Let's see
Just
here.
swing for the fences.
Oh, I'm gonna like, look at this doctor, and it's gonna be a hole in her chest and just full of nails.
Yeah. But she's gone limp. She's either unconscious or dead. You're not sure which. The pipe bomb, actually, you throw it, Booker, but you don't throw it well. And Sholem says you're lining up with your fire extinguisher. The worst case scenario, he has actually thrown it directly to you. So it's not like you can pick it out of the air because it's coming right at you.
Okay, so
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to use my rugby history.
Okay.
I'm going to drop and swing the fire extinguisher over my head, trying to knock it forward.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
That is artfully cinematic.
And this is going to hurt.
I do
I'm a
want to
big
point
fan
out,
of that
Tom,
maneuver.
you're pretty sure, Tom, that you have overdosed.
Oh,
What is going on in front of you can't actually be what's actually happening.
yeah,
so David, I know I'm going to hurt myself doing this. Am I still at half, knowing that I'm going to hurt myself?
If you want to accept it and roll it full, you can.
Oh, I'm accepting it.
Okay.
I'm starting to wonder whether or not I actually woke up after crashing into that telephone pole. I'm starting to just question a lot of things.
I didn't need to accept it because I rolled an odd 6, but
Okay.
I accept it anyway.
Very good. You knock the pipe bomb into the room as it's lit and it flies past you, and you take 2 points of damage from accepting it and hurting yourself, and your stitches tear a little bit more again. And the pipe bomb goes off in the other room. Nick, roll me 2d6 damage for the pipe bomb.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, it was your bomb.
All right, that's a 4 and a 6, so 10 points of damage.
Nice.
This is not gonna be
Alrighty.
good.
So the bomb goes boom, and shrapnel definitely comes out and lodges into the doctor again, and she kind of twitches from getting hit with more.
Is anybody
at
else
this
having
point-
flashbacks to Austin Powers? And
At this
we'll
point,
kill you, Mr. Powers.
Yes. At this point, I do need to ask Moose to make a sanity check because you saw what was in there. Nobody else really has.
And you're also looking through a hole in her chest, right?
That is true.
Yeah. I rolled a 20.
Okay. So
Bloody
you will
window.
take 2 sand loss because you've kind of held it together in spite of the fact that you've seen some weird stuff, some really weird stuff. So what do y'all want to do? The room is quiet, except you can hear the tones of Fred Swenson. He's going, "Help me, help me."
I'm just gonna slide the gun to Steve, the one the doctor had.
You don't know how to use a gun. I can't use a gun. I'm good with a bat.
Does anyone else know how to use this?
I can take it.
Oh God,
I
no,
knew
no!
that
I'll
was
use
the
it.
answer.
I'm gonna
I can take it.
I gave him a pipe bomb. A gun is not that big of an upgrade at this point, and I'm gonna give him the gun that's a.
Did you see the throw of the pipe
Gave
bomb?
me a pipe bomb. Yes, gave it to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the room. Is there an exit out of the room?
So
I'm laying there on the floor.
Again, out of the room they were in, no,
Yeah.
it appears to be an exam room. But if you're looking in there, you can see these creatures are still alive. And as you look in, one of them points this thing at you and shoots.
Oh yeah, because I'm laying on my back, so I'm just looking.
That will be a miss with a 72. And where it missed you, it missed right on the floor next to you. And you see it takes out a divot about that big from the floor that just disappears.
Nope, I'm out. I'm gonna roll over and scamper out of the room. Do I need to make a sanity roll for seeing the
Yes,
little boogers?
absolutely. Yes, sanity check. And for Fred Swenson, all of it is just bad and wrong and not something.
I don't think I made it. I rolled an 86.
Alrighty. That happens. You take 4 points of sand, which I'll track for you.
Oh. Ouch.
So Booker, what you gonna do?
I'm going to beeline it straight over to the lock, throw my pry bar in there, and try to rip the
Alrighty.
lock off of the.
Make me a strength roll. You are still at half, but because of the pry bar, you will get plus 10% to your half of your skill. So what is your skill? What is your strength roll normally?
35, so it's half to 17. So
And then
it's
plus 10,
27.
so 27. Correct, Mundo.
26.
Good for you. So with an adrenaline-fueled rage, Booker pops the lock off, and the chain link swings open, and you see a stairwell going up, storm cellar style, with the angled doors at the top of it.
Okay.
What you gonna do, Booker?
Move forward, see if the doors are open.
Okay, you move up and walk the stairs up to see about the doors. We'll come right back to you. Tom Jones.
Now that I have the gun, I'm going to quickly ask Steve, be like, what's the situation? I hear voices.
Run.
Like it.
Actual voices.
Run.
Run.
Tom, you hear?
Should I take care of the, because I got, hey, I know that voice, and I'm gonna kind of peek ahead in to see if gun can do any business.
Beautiful. Make a sand check, Tom Jones.
Perfect. No.
You
No,
will
that's
lose.
77.
You will lose 4 sand also.
Good.
And you see what I have described. You see the grays. One of them appears badly hurt, and he's got shrapnel all in his face. The one with the gun, or we'll call it a gun, appears to have actually done with the other gray what Moose did with the doctor. He appears to have jerked the other gray in front of him and used him as a shield.
Changing of hostages.
And he points his weapon at you and takes a pop, and you see a blossoming purple energy that flies at you.
Okay.
And he misses once again, and you see in the wood pile, it goes through the door, and in the wood pile behind you, you see a bunch of the pieces of wood. There's just this basketball-sized divot that just ceases to exist.
I would like to take the opportunity to return fire.
You may.
So help me out.
Return fire.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 7.
That's really good. Roll a d10.
I shall. Let's see. 7.
Alrighty.
Rocking the 7s this evening, apparently.
He jerks from the impact of the bullet. You can fire up to 3 times with a handgun.
I'll take another shot at him, and then I'm gonna take my last shot at our friend in the tank.
Okay.
So our shot at the friend is a failure at 89, and
Okay.
our shot at the tankman is an 11.
All right. Fred Swenson's eyes look at you. He's like, "Help me," and your bullet strikes him through the head.
Yeah, I'll just be.
And he jerks, and stuff begins coming out of the hole in the tank, and he goes silent and still.
I feel good about that.
And
I mean,
his
gross
body-
about it, but good about
His
it.
body actually twitches for just a moment and then lays still. Sand check, please.
Good. No, that is a full 100.
Oh.
You take 10 points of sand loss.
I'm not surprised.
You
To be honest
have,
with you, I'm pretty sure that I, as a player, just took 10 points of sand damage.
you have taken a temporary insanity for the time being. So Sean, Tom's fundamental character in terms of bad things happening, are you a fight, flight, or freeze guy?
Freeze.
Okay, so you
Freeze.
basically freeze. We'll move on to someone else. Let's see. I've got Booker moving up the stairs. Moose, you've got the doctor in front of you. You just saw everything that happened with Tom. What are you going to do?
I think instinctively I would have jumped up, dropped the doctor, and got to the doorway, and then I just would have I would have looked at Tom and kind of smiled and scratched my side of my face and be like, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. And I'm gonna grab Tom and just start dragging him behind me, start falling behind
He's-
Booker and Steve.
Yeah, he's easy. You wish most of the bar's patrons were as light as him.
Okay.
You would
Like
kick
a
Sarah's
marionette
ass.
with my strings.
Are you saying he's a leaf on the wind?
He is kind of. He's a leaf on the moose.
Why?
Yeah, so you begin
'Cause
moving
I
up the
can.
stairs. Steve Irwin, you get up. What do you want to do? You have heard what's going on, so you've kind of been able to piece together that there was a quick exchange of gunfire and something fire in the examination room.
Well, I got to make a real quick roll here. I hope I don't make low roll. Okay, I don't. Yay. Otherwise, I would have gone to look for my monkey's paw in there. But I forgot about it.
I can
Forgot.
believe you forgot about it.
So I'm going to run up the stairs as fast as I can, dragging this stupid
Alrighty.
fire extinguisher behind me, not even realizing it's still in my hands.
Perfect. Booker, you get to the top of the stairs and you see there is a padlock on the inside of this metal storm door. You gonna go after this one like you did the last one?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Put
Make
it
your
in
roll. Half plus
twist.
10. So it's
If-
again 27.
If I do it with the intent of giving it my all, can I roll at full and take damage?
You may do that, or you may roll it and try to push your luck afterwards if you fail. That's always available.
All right, I'll do it and try to push my luck.
Yeah.
If it comes to that.
That's a 33,
Do you want to just use
and I'm
some
at a
luck?
27, so I'll use 6 luck.
Alrighty. So
Good use.
it resists a bit, Booker, but you've seen some stuff down here that has unfortunately confirmed most of your life's work. And you've got adrenaline going for you at this point. And so, yeah, you pop it and are able to push the storm doors open. And you see an alleyway in front of you.
If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be in the hands of Sasquatch. I'm not gonna let these iguanoids get me.
I hear that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
only question is, did you pick the bomb back up before you ran away?
I never dropped it. It's just on my shoulder.
Wait a sec. Which bomb?
He's got the duffel
The-
bomb.
The
You've
duffel
got the
bomb.
duffel bomb? Holy
I do.
Okay.
I've got a death grip on it.
I don't know why you've got a death grip on a duffel bomb, but
So
Alright,
do I
Good
see
when your
anything when I
DM's
get out to
eyes
the?
get wide, you know?
Are you walking up the final stairs so you can see what's going on up top side? Booker?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm going to have my the wire cutters in my hand so that you can't really see what it is, but you can tell that I'm holding something.
Okay. Fair enough.
Uh,
So you get up top side, you're in an alley that runs down the side of the building. Looking left, you can see more buildings and a street about a full block away. Looking right, you see is the closest street. And you see cars passing intermittently. It's not a lot of traffic today. What do you wish to do?
Well, I'm gonna come up with a plan with everybody else. I'm just gonna wait
Okay.
until everybody else is out.
All right. Everyone else, you come up. Booker, please make me a luck roll.
Luck.
Yeah.
Alright.
39.
Cool. You're good. Okay. Y'all have a moment to talk.
I'm running.
Fantastic.
I'm not talking. I'm running.
Wait, so Steve Irwin comes up. Well, so Moose was next up because he was dragging Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Moose, you get to the top. You see Booker stopping as if he wants to speak. What are you doing?
I mean, I'll listen to Booker at the same time though. I'm like ripping aside my gown and I'm peeling it back like dry skin band-aids and taking out the key on my chest.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Reminding myself what the key was, and I believe it was like a Chevy.
Yeah, let's
something.
go. I think it was a Chevy Nova.
A Chevy Nova.
I think a 1986 Chevy Nova.
Okay, so no fob.
No.
No. Okay.
Chevy Nova with a fob.
The
Hey, you
86
know what?
Nova was actually steam powered based on a wood burning engine.
Right. Yeah.
Hence
Uh,
the
and I-
exhaust.
When the last person comes up, I'm going to take the duffel as long as there's no guards or anything coming. Right?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's.
He's going
let's-
to come up
so
and just
Moose-
keep running, dragging
Moose
the fire
pulls-
extinguisher.
Irwin comes flying out. Which direction are you running, Sholem? Are you running towards the near street or towards the far street and more buildings?
More buildings. Cover.
Okay, so you're running down the alley into the interior of the block. So Steve Irwin doesn't leave you. Steve Irwin doesn't stick around. He takes off. Is there any talk that's going to go on while you're pulling the key off, Moose?
I'm just gonna say, we got Chevy Nova. Look for it. I'm actually going to stop. I'm gonna run the other direction, and I don't want to run out the alleyway. I just want to look left and right to see if I see a Chevy Nova in that way. If I do, I'm gonna wait the rest of the group over. If I don't, I'll follow the group.
Okay, so to be clear, Steve Irwin's running towards the back of the building. You're running towards the front of the building, correct?
Correct.
Because the street is nearer on the front side of the building.
Correct, and I'm gonna slow down before I'm not gonna run out behind it. I'm gonna stop when I get to the.
I get it. You're not at a full sprint.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna poke out, look left and right.
Okay, so Booker, you look at the bomb for a second and make me a luck roll.
Well, I was going to say when the last person came out, I wanted to throw it in and put the bar in the door.
Ah, fair enough. Throw it in there.
That's what I was saying. As long as nobody's coming, then that's what I was going to do.
There is no one else coming up the stairs. You throw it in.
Close the doors and put the crowbar in.
Close. Yes, you secure the stairs. You secure the doors. Now make me a luck roll.
I like this. That's a.
I don't like this at all.
39 again.
Okay, so it hasn't gone off yet. Cut scene to the timer as the audience sees that the timer reads 2:39, 2:38. Alrighty, Sholem, you're at the Steve Irwin, you're at the back of the building, and you see there's a parking lot back there with several cars in it, including a gray 1986 Chevy Nova. Moose, you go running towards the front. Are you taking Tom Jones? Are you dragging him with you, or are you just kind of letting him stand on his own?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he would. I don't know that he is gone. So I probably would have dropped him instinctively because I would figure I had no indication that he was no longer able to use his feet.
So Tom Jones, do you stay on your feet or do you just kind of slump to the ground?
I would say that an object at rest is going to stay at rest. So
Okay.
I'd say if I'm standing when he deposits me, then fine. But if he kind of drops me on the ground, then that's also where I stay. I would say that my main action is to passively cry. It's not a full sob. It's just that I'm crying, but my expression doesn't change.
Fair enough. And you are beginning to get it together. Make me another sand roll. This one's to try to begin to get your head together.
That one is a 64.
At your current numbers, you are not able to get it together just yet.
Nope, not quite.
So Moose, you take off running down the alley towards the front, and out of a what you can only assume is a first floor fire evacuation. It's just basically a door in the side of the building with 3 steps that go down into the alley. The door swings open, and you see the lurching form of Dr. Henri Sauvage come down the stairs. He goes, "You're not leaving so quickly, are you, you big, beautiful boy?"
Shoot him 3 times again.
Okay.
Immediately. I didn't even want him to say that much. The moment he comes out.
So you're just going to keep pulling the trigger till it goes click?
Yes. Fire away, Moose.
All right. First shot. All right. Let's be. That's an 84, so that won't hit. So first one's a miss. Second one. Okay, second one's a 1.
All right, that'll give you double damage.
Oh, okay, cool. And then last one is a 45, and that'll hit.
Okay. So roll 3d10 total.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's a good move.
Ooh, 20 points of damage total.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's the same number that you hit him with last time, right? And so once again, he's like, "I will get you." And he falls back against the stairs.
I will. Run away. I'm going to start running the other way.
Finish him.
So you turn and run the other way?
Yep.
Okay. So Booker, you see this happen, and Moose comes running back past you.
I'll grab Tom Jones again by the back of the collar.
As
I'll
soon as I
pick him back up.
as soon as I locked the doors with my crowbar, I'm gonna run towards the buildings because I don't want the drivers to see a bunch of naked bleeding people, because then we're just gonna go back to the hospital.
That's fair. Very fair. Okay. So you all basically make your way at various speeds back to the back.
Yeah. Also, I also want to say that at this point, I just think that Tom Jones has been eating the Viking and we haven't been seen. And this is what I think right now. I think that he's now in a drug comatose.
Wait,
you guys
he
know
was
Viking
where
made
he was
cereal?
Yeah.
Did you guys know Viking made cereal? It's so good with milk. It's great.
It's like a Pez dispenser.
So I just want you to know where my head is as well and why I'm grabbing him.
So
That's
Steve,
fair.
as he gets
Not
closer
wrong.
to the Nova, starts yelling, Nova, 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 Nova. Because he's just ready to get the hell out of here.
So Moose, you hear that, and
Yeah,
there is a
running
gray,
towards him.
old style Chevy Nova sitting in the parking lot.
I'm gonna take the key out, put it to the door.
It opens the door.
Is Booker behind us?
Booker, are you following them?
Yeah,
Okay.
headed
Yeah, I
in
think
that
he said he
direction
was
with
heading that
everyone else.
direction. Yeah. All of
Since
you
it
were
doesn't
there.
have power locks, Steve is just pulling on the door handle. Come on, open it, open it.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it,
Open,
pull it
open,
up,
open, open.
pull it up.
Click the thing. Click the thing.
Yep.
Fair
And then
enough.
I'm gonna put in the ignition and turn it over and see if it turns over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me a luck roll.
Oh God, it's the wrong Nova.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's an 80.
It had universal keys.
I love this. We want the gray Nova that's 2 down.
It does not. It begins turning over. It's like click.
Are there
the
any
click.
other cars in this parking lot?
Yeah, there's several. There's a Volkswagen. There's a couple of Hyundais.
Oh, Hyundai, perfect. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give the key to Steve and be like, let's see who gets the car going first. I'm gonna run up to the Hyundai and I'm gonna break the window and I'm gonna try to hotwire the Hyundai.
Okay, Steve will run around the car like a fire drill.
Yeah.
And
Try,
try and start it. And as he's trying to start it, he's just gonna turn and slowly go to Booker. Where's the bomb?
In the building.
Oh, good. He tries to start the car again.
Oh, thank God.
So looking at the dash, is this like an electrical issue? It looks like
On the Chevy.
sounds like the battery's dying or
on
something.
the Nova. It sounds like the battery. It sounds like maybe it's been sitting here a while, and the battery's just at low charge because of that.
Pop the hood.
Okay, Steve, are you trying to turn it over while he pops the hood?
I'll try.
Okay. Steve's turning it over. Booker, what are you doing under the hood?
I have no idea if this would work, but I'm going to take the taser cartridge out,
Oh,
get the
shit.
positive and negative leads, and hook them up to the battery. And I'm going to say, on the count of 3, turn the car engine over.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to pull the trigger and discharge the taser.
Nice.
And I'll turn it over.
So Moose, we're going to handle you over at the other car here in a second, okay? But I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to make an electrical repair roll to hotwire it.
Okay.
That
Okay.
taser call is
So Booker, please make me a luck roll.
Boom goes the battery acid.
right. Yeah. Right.
56?
Alrighty. So Tom Jones, make me a luck roll.
God.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'm burning 3 luck to make that roll.
Okay.
No, not unless high is good, because 91 I don't think is going to do me any favors.
No, it doesn't.
You sure it wasn't
so here's
1d9?
so here's what happens. Booker tries to use the taser, and the taser actually discharges and ricochets off the battery and strikes Tom Jones in the chest.
Of course it
And
does.
Tom Jones is like, and you fall back to the ground again,
Fantastic.
twitching. Moose, you get your car to turn over.
Yeah,
It's down again.
I
Steve
rip off the
Irwin.
bottom.
As you're sitting there turning the key, you hear the engine come to life, but it's really quiet, like it's some sort of toy engine. You turn the key and you hear, "Vroom," and it's not making any vibrations. This may
It's a
be the
hybrid.
smoothest running car you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And then it occurs to you, oh no, it's that car over there.
Yeah, I'm just whipping the Hyundai in front of the. I'm gonna look over and just see Tom on the ground, tasered, and be like, "Get in the fucking car!"
Tom is. So Booker, are you going to pull the taser leads out of him?
Does the electricity snap him out of his
We'll
coma?
see. We'll see what happens to him.
No, I'm gonna leave the leads in. I don't want to like tear flesh on the way out.
Really
But I'm
taste
not discharging it. I'm pulling
Okay.
the cartridge out, so it's not connected to an electrical source anymore.
Perfect. Are you getting in the car?
Yes, I'm gonna help carry Tom into the car.
Okay. So a twitching Tom.
Has someone been feeding me hot nickel?
Oh, wait, hold on. And Steve's going to run back into the car, grab his fire extinguisher, and get in the back seat.
Okay,
Of the new
fair
car.
enough. Fair enough. So, Sean, I need you to make me yet another sanity check. This one is
good.
to see if you're coming around.
Oh, good.
Tabletop Anthologies, thank you for
Hey.
raiding this group of people trying desperately to get away from the world's worst HMO.
My sanity
Oh,
is in
yes,
question.
definitely.
You
I'm
made
loving it. I
So,
did make it. I got a 10, so that was
Okay,
nice.
so Sean, the electricity from being hit by the taser has in fact gotten you to the point where you've come around, like it's cleared the cobwebs.
Curse you, lucidity.
Well, I
Uh,
think something.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
Steve, you get in the car into the Hyundai? Steve Irwin?
Yeah, I grabbed my.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd already grabbed my fire extinguisher and jumped in the
fair
car.
enough. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
sorry,
I
I
missed that.
Thought you'd heard that.
I thought I had not heard that. So, who's in the shotgun seat next to Moose?
Me.
Yeah, I
Okay.
jumped in the back.
Booker's in shotgun. It is a 4-door, and so all of you do have your own doors. Moose, you take off out of the parking lot here in Knoxville. Where are you going?
I am going to the path of least resistance and driving as far away from this building as possible. We'll figure it out later.
Okay, fair enough. So you begin driving, and you've been driving for about 10 minutes, and I need Tom Jones and Steve Irwin in the back seat to please make a spot hidden, and I need Moose, who's got a rear view mirror, to make a spot hidden.
How
We're
hidden is this
we're-
going to be?
We're about to see a mushroom cloud.
What was the question, Booker?
I said, how hidden is this really going to be? The explosion.
Oh, that I'm not making you roll for that. That's going to be obvious.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Almost success.
Okay.
Normal success.
Okay. Moose and Steve, you both notice that there is a vehicle trailing you pretty aggressively, like it's weaving around traffic to get closer to you.
I am going to just kind of smile and be like, "Oh, it's fucking play." And I am just gonna floor it and just realize I'm in a Hyundai. It goes, "Man."
That's exactly what it sounds like.
And it's a weighted down Hyundai
Yeah.
because we're all big guys.
Yes.
Yep. And but I am still gonna do my best to just lose this tail. Go through. Cue in Liam Nelson, take in car chase scene. That's what I want to happen.
How many people are in the car that's trying to catch up to us?
It looks like there are 3. It looks like there's a driver and 2 passengers,
Okay.
and they all have crew cuts.
Oh, that's not good. All right, so I'm thinking smoke screen. You tell me when.
I like this
All
one.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. Moose, how much of a chance are you going to take trying to get away from these guys? I'm trying to
You know what?
gauge your how dangerous your driving needs to be in your mind.
Listen, my guy can fight. He can shoot and he can drive. All
Okay.
right. I'm very, very, very confident in my driving skills.
Okay, make me a drive check.
Are you saying you're a bag man?
Yeah. I like
All right. All right. I rolled a 70, but that's still a normal success for me.
Alrighty,
My drive is at an 80, so.
very nice. That's a great
Yeah.
skill right there.
I
So you're a little bit worried, Moose, because you put a good move on them. You're driving through the streets real well, but they have actually gotten some ground on you.
Oh no.
all right. If I can, I'm gonna wait until there's a T box intersection, whether it's like an alleyway type, something like that. And right when we get to it, I want to say pull to Steve and for him to do the smoke screen. And I'm possibly what I'm trying to do is I want me to go right or left and them not to catch that us moving right or left, or at least confuse them, or maybe possibly get them to drive into the wall.
Okay, alrighty. So Steve Irwin, please make me a I guess a throw roll to deploy the smoke screen.
All right. I thought it was going to be like spew filth, but yeah.
I don't think that's an actual skill for anybody but Sean's character.
Oh, that's true. Well, it's a shame we didn't have all the medical waste now. All right. I got a 21.
That's really
only
good.
A point over my throw.
You want to use luck to make it a
Absolutely.
success? Okay. So
but can I, or is this like a bluff, or is this more a combat roll? Because if it's a combat roll, I can't.
It's not truly combat.
Okay.
It's so you deploy the smoke screen, and basically what that's going to do is it's going to give them a roll at disadvantage, Moose, and you roll normally to try to evade them. So we're going to see if they gain ground, lose ground, or stay ground. So please make your drive check.
All right.
So,
I rolled a 9.
Okay, that's really good.
I'm gonna burn 8 points luck to make that a 1.
Whoa, Nick. Okay. So that's fantastic. You execute an amazing driving maneuver, and I will tell you that their roll was a 22, but because they were at disadvantage from the smoke screen that was deployed, their second roll was 100.
I'm glad I burned that luck.
So you want to go straight, right?
Given that you got 1 and they got 100, Nick, tell me about what happens. You can tell me how this goes.
I think they would have turned into it, but the smoke screen would have covered it up, and then the windshield wipers gone off, and we would have came out the alleyway, and they would have turned with me, and then I would have kept going, and then all of a sudden they just like clear it off, and then just an 18-wheeler just smokes them when they come into the.
So they gave it the old.
Yep, and then boom.
Like
basically we come out of the alleyway in ongoing traffic. I avoid the 18-wheeler, they don't.
It's
Very
somewhere
good.
between Roadrunner and Coyote and Blues Brothers, and this is the content I'm here for.
So Nick, that was fantastic. Moose loses them with exquisite style, and you will regain 1 sanity from that I will note here, because you have given yourself faith in yourself in this world of being able to use those skills the way that you want to.
And I know I'm not crazy too, which is helpful.
That's helpful too. So you clear about 2 more miles, and Booker, make me a spot hidden.
Okay. Also, in that 2 miles, I would want to do something after this.
What do you want to do?
My spot hidden is an /4.
Okay, that's awesome. What did you want to do in that 2 miles?
In that 2 miles, I want to pop open the glove box, see if there's anything in there, see whose car we stole, just in case we need the name.
It's Velma Harris's. She
Velma
appears
Harris.
based on the ID. She appears to be a nurse there at the facility, and all she's got in there is some chiclets, gum. She's got what appears to be a hair squinchie to put her hair up, and of course her papers for the car. You've got the not title. You've got the insurance and your registration.
Oh,
Tom Jones, the chiclets are more Vatican.
They could be.
Exactly.
You could definitely convince them of
and
that.
being like, we could use this to tourniquet a wound. I'm sleeping.
So Booker, you're looking through the papers, and you notice a weird discoloration on one of the papers.
Ooh.
I will check that one out.
And your mind immediately goes to the possibility that this paper you're looking at that looks like a car registration might in fact be some sort of arcane mythos scroll that might hold Velma's secrets that she has used to pass her way up through the nursing profession year after year when others tried to hold her down.
Nursing school is real hard to get into now.
Yeah, but if you continue to look at it, you then realize, oh no, it's just a weird shadow coming in through the window. And as you look up out the window, you see what appears to be a drone flying along, tracking your car. Just a private, regular drone, not a military.
Like a quadcopter
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
Huh. Drone.
In that
What you gonna
case,
do?
And it,
Drone.
I
Yeah,
want
it's
to roll
out there.
down
It's
the
like,
window. How close is it to us?
oh, it's probably about 30 feet away. It's about between height and horizontal distance. It's about 30 feet total.
I was gonna say I want to roll down the window and take the scrunchie and try to shoot it into the blades of the.
Absolutely. make a throw roll.
Yeah, see, Steve's response was to roll down the window and just give it a big old bird.
Make a throw roll. Moose, you regain a hit point.
11.
11.
That's awesome. What is your throw?
My throw is 20, but
Okay.
also
wanna
I'm
use-
not like doing anything exceedingly physical.
Do you want to
It's
use a
just
point of luck to make it?
Yeah,
I'm not going to consider this true combat.
yeah. I'll use a point of luck.
Okay. So yeah, you hit it. And now I need you to make a luck roll to see how badly it disturbs this drone.
I'm hoping it gets caught up in the motor.
Hey,
Congratulations to me and EEF. You have won the giveaway.
Many congrats. Yes.
I got a 40.
Alrighty.
Or
So yeah,
400.
you've disturbed this. The drone goes and then begins kind of spinning off away across into the distance. And at that point, you're pretty sure that you have cleared the threat of the drone, and you're feeling pretty good about life.
I'm gonna start looking for a parking garage.
Okay, all right.
Now, before you do that, let's find a donation box.
I was about to say thing. I was literally about to say look for a laundromat or like a homeless like thing on the way there.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking
you're
for
looking-
a closed donation.
You're
Or like a
looking for
Goodwill, they always have the clothes in the back in garbage bags.
You're looking for a donation box, and as you're looking, you see a pickup truck come out of traffic and sidle up right next to you at very high speed. You see it's got a driver, a wingman, and two people in the back of the truck. And the two people in the back of the truck appear to be carrying double-barrel shotguns.
Okay, the fire extinguisher is going out the window to their tire, in front of their
Alright.
tire.
Wait.
Make another throw roll.
Oh,
yes,
God.
Moose.
At the same time, I am slamming on the brakes because I know this Honda's gonna brake a lot faster than a semi will.
That's probably, it's not a semi, it's just a pickup.
Okay, so see, I'm
But
gonna
yeah.
slam on the brakes and then just try to use the momentum of braking to turn the car around to drive me the other direction.
I got a
All
20,
right. That's good, Shoal. Okay.
which is my skill exactly.
It crunches their tire. Shoal will make me a luck roll. Moose, please make me a drive roll.
And at the same time, I'm going to give my gun to Tom and tell him to start shooting people. And that.
And when you
Booker
say
Tom-
give, do you just mean you toss it into the back, or?
Oh yeah, I go Tom gun, and I'm gonna throw the
Oh, God.
the gun
That
back.
means he's going to be shooting past me. I got a 16 on my luck roll.
Very good. So yeah, it crunches up under the tire, and the car is definitely inhibited, and it begins to spin around even as Moose is braking. And the guys in the back, even though they're lurching a bit, will take 2 shots at your vehicle while they're trying not to get thrown out of the car. Out
I
of
knew I
the
should have saved the scrunchie.
It would have made all the difference.
The war scrunchie.
Hit him right in the eyes. Oh no!
So one of them misses cleanly. The other one hits your vehicle in the basically in the front in the radiator with the
Oh,
shotgun
no.
blast. Moose, how was your drive roll?
Did he kill the gerbil that's running this thing?
That was a so it was a 10, but a 10 is under a fifth a success for me.
Really good. So
Yeah.
in spite of getting your radiator blown out by these guys, and you can already see the car spewing steam, and you can already feel the power pretty much going, you are able to control it and turn it around so that you can kind of limp away from them. Their vehicle is not flipped, but it is stalled and pretty much trashed because it's got a fire extinguisher up in the wheel well on the rear tire and it can't really get going. The guys are hopping off the vehicle and pursuing you on foot, but you are able to drive even in your bad condition, in your car's bad condition, probably 20, 25 miles an hour tops.
You see a single tear go down Steve's face because he's lost his fire extinguisher.
This is just normal operating conditions for a Hyundai. We're fine.
Yeah,
fair.
That's what they come with 2 gerbils, right? When one blows out.
Tom Jones, did you want to say something?
I realized that I am currently holding open scissors between
And a gun.
2 guns.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm just going to be like, Steve, did you want one of these?
Sure.
Perfect. And then I just kind of flip the scissors out from between the 2 guns into your lap. Just like, scissor me timbers.
Gee, thanks. Point them that way and I point out the other side of the car.
Hands are
Alrighty.
still shaky from Vicodin. Just
So the guys pursuing you, Moose, I need you to make me a drive roll to see how far you get away from them and how fast.
All right. All right. Thank God for a good. That's a 74, but that's still a success for me.
Very good. So you drive, you're about 300 feet away. When one of them, you hear the sound of a high-powered rifle, probably a hunting rifle, and it blows out one of your back tires. And your car is now seriously compromised at this point in terms of its ability to get away. And they are moving, they're walking along the road towards you. You can see people are yelling and cars are moving, parting to give them wide berth. You've got these 4 guys walking towards you and they're all wearing like overalls and white shirts. And they're all wearing what I can only describe as pig masks.
All right. I'm going to say we need to bail and run. You guys ready?
You don't think we can get any more life out of the rim?
Not. We're in a tin box. They got high-powered rifles. We're going to get shredded.
yeah.
There's only
At this
one with a
point-
high-powered rifle. You got one with a rifle, one with looks like a 9mm, and 2 with shotguns.
What's the distance between us right now?
About 300 feet.
Did it
Is
look
there-
like they were trying to stop the car or shoot us inside?
It looked like they were trying to stop the car.
Well, they succeeded.
Okay.
At this point, Tom would like to look over at Steve and just hand him one of the guns and take back the scissors and go, I don't trust you with anything this powerful, and puts the scissors away. And then just goes, you take the gun. I think
Probably a
that's more
good
your
call.
speed.
I'm better with blunt objects.
Nice.
Take the
Okay.
gun. It's more your speed.
Okay. All righty. So what y'all gonna do? You gonna come to a stop, or are you gonna continue pushing the car?
Is there a turn anywhere soon that we can get out of the way?
Sure. Yeah, you can maneuver it kind of in a crippled, limping way over into an alleyway.
Yeah. If I can see an alleyway that leads onto more like open traffic, I would prefer that, like an alleyway between 2 main roads.
Okay. Easily done.
Because yeah, and I'm gonna just skid out, stop the car and be like, I can keep on driving, or we can get out and try to get something better, but if we stay in this car, I think they're just gonna keep on hunting us down.
They know what car we're in too.
Steve Irwin's reaction is to get out of the car.
All right, I'm gonna
Alley.
I'm gonna rip off my the gown, so I'm just butt naked now, and I'm gonna put the gown into the gas tank and light the end of the gown up,
Nice.
and I'm gonna start running after them.
So y'all are running down the alley away from the direction they would
Yes.
be coming in, correct?
Moose
Okay.
here, and I toss you the gun.
Oh yeah,
Booker,
thank you.
What you doing?
Oh, just going with them.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay.
My
So
one
y'all
foot was
begin.
the scrunchy.
Yeah, so y'all begin running, and you see. So you get about 2/3 of the way down the alley, and at the other end where you're running to, you see a dark car pull across the alley and stop. It looks like it is probably like a Lincoln Town car. You do hear the explosion behind you of the vehicle, and what are you gonna do?
Could we get a slow motion run scene from that though? Slow
Or
motion.
naked guys running away.
You absolutely. So I will say, Tom Jones probably actually does that.
Yeah, thinking he's going, and he's making the $6 million man.
So what you're saying is the three of us take off and Tom Jones starts slow running.
That's right.
Sounds about
He's
right.
coming down, folks.
Hey, I got a stomach full of Vicodin and a heart full of dreams. Let's do this.
So you got this car at the end of the alley. You got the burning car at the other end of the alley. You can see the forms of these four guys moving past the car wreckage towards the alley. What are you doing?
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm putting my gun out as I'm running, and at the point at the door. And
Okay.
then if it's someone's normal car, I'm gonna steal it. If they're a threat, and if I believe they're gonna be a threat, I'll shoot.
Okay. So the window scrolls down and you see a black man with sunglasses on, and he looks in your direction as y'all are running towards him. And he says, he tilts his glasses. You see it's Marcus, the guy that you saw who was the doctor.
Our friend.
And he says, "Duck, you suckers." And he pulls up what looks like a machine weapon of some sort.
Oh, I fall to the ground and roll
Yeah.
painfully.
Yeah, I same thing. I'm ducked.
Okay. He begins putting suppressive fire down so that the guys at the other end of the alley begin also having to hit the ground and not being able really to do much. And as he's doing that in bursts, he's like, "Come on, get in the car, crawl over here, get in the car quick."
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Nope.
Tom and get him in the car.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because
Tom, did you do a slow fall to the ground too? I'm just
I was
curious.
gonna say, he's probably still standing in the middle of the alleyway shouting things like, "You better not be made out of paper because I got scissors and you're gonna get rocked," and like just other like nonsensical things.
He doesn't have to tell me twice I'm in the car.
Okay. As Tom is yelling at him these nonsensical things, he's like, "What the hell is wrong with that boy?"
He was wrong when we got there.
Blood loss mostly. I think.
So anyway, as you all get into
Down
the
a couple
car,
quarts.
he begins driving away and pulls the weapon in and sets it on the seat between him and whoever's in shotgun. Who would that be?
Not me. I grabbed Tom, so I'd be the passenger seat.
Yeah,
Okay,
me.
Booker's shotgun.
Probably Booker.
He puts the weapon on your lap, Booker, and says, "Be careful, that thing's hot." And y'all drive out of Knoxville, away from whoever was after you. And the drive is about an hour.
Any of those Vicodin left? Or did you eat them all?
No, I've got like 2 or 3 out of the
I can
bottle
have
of
one,
80.
thanks. Yeah, please.
Oh yeah. I'll hand the rest of them out, but only 1 each. Like I'm still rationing them. I still got like 20.
Nice.
Like, but I'm like I'm doling them out gingerly.
Is there a
He,
med kit in here?
Absolutely. He says, "Hey, there's a first aid kit in the boot. Just go through the seat real quick. And there's also right there at your feet a cooler with some water in it. Feel free to have some."
Well, I'm gonna take off the wrap around my ankle, and just start getting ready to start treating this ankle injury.
Your ankle is healed.
I think I'm gonna stop and look at it,
Is he hairier?
and I think in the moment I'm just going to go ahead and just wrap it and cover it anyways.
Okay. What'd you say, Booker?
I said, is he hairier?
No, not at all. Alrighty. So as he's taking y'all out of Knoxville, he's got music playing. He's very conversational, congratulates you on what you did, tells you he wishes he could have given you more help, but he didn't have it to give. Says he's taking you to a place where you'll be safe for a little while, and then they'll get you home because, quite honestly, he doesn't want to be around you right now because y'all are hot goods. a lot of people seem to be interested in you.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he go ahead, Sean.
I was just gonna say there's also a guy in his back seat, me, with 1 hit point remaining, so I'm probably very pale with very wide eyes. I probably look like one of the Greys from back in the place.
Fair enough.
It's very haunting.
Here, drink this.
You would hear on the news that a clinic in Knoxville has exploded from an apparent gas fire or an apparent gas leak. You get well outside of town, and he leads you to a warehouse in an industrial district, very nondescript. and you go into a warehouse, and in the warehouse you can see that someone has built out what I can only describe as like almost like a movie set office. So they put up drywall walls and doors, and it looks like an office has been built inside this warehouse. And he stops the car, flips the keys to someone coming out to meet him, also dressed very nondescript in a black suit, and he leads you into this set of offices and into what I can only describe as a ready room. He says, so look, you stay here. We'll have the doctors come out and take a look at you. I'll have my boss come out and talk to you. Just tell her what happened. That's all you got to do. Just tell her what happened, because I don't know your part of this. And after about 5 minutes, a woman will come out, blonde hair, short haircut, and she introduces herself as Agent Dee and says,
Oh, wake up, Tom.
Says she'd like to hear what you have to say about this mission. So here's what I've got to ask you. How much are you telling her, Tom Jones?
Oh, I would probably relay as much as my now moderately shattered mind can remember, and it's probably very disjointed, making it sound even harder to believe than anyone else's. Like maybe there's corroborative evidence to base off of whatever other people would say, but it sounds completely insane.
So you give her the psychedelic version of the actually weird events.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Booker, yeah. How much do you tell her?
I tell her everything, especially the things that I was correct about. Every single conspiracy theory that was confirmed today. I tell her about the breeding nest that we blew up.
Very good. So you will notice something, Booker, as you're talking to her. For the first time, perhaps in your life, there is someone who seems to actually appreciate what you're saying to them in a real way. They're not being condescending. They're not treating you like you're crazy. She's actually listening and taking note of it.
I trust these people. Before Marcus leaves, I want to be like, hey, Marcus, thanks for all your help. Here's some gum.
He takes the gum, says, thank you.
When I give him the gum, I also slip him the piece of paper that was the car registration that looked weird.
Oh, okay. It seems to look normal now that you are no longer having a drone casting a shadow on it.
He'll know what to do with this.
Fair.
I do like the idea of Tom being like, yeah, man, no, he's right, thanks, and just like 5 Vicodin.
Moose, what do you tell them?
So Moose doesn't want to lie, but Moose has lived with like really extreme cognitive dissonance his entire life. So I was wondering if I could do a sanity check to decide whether
Of course you may.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
To see whether my mind tells me like, oh, it was just a glaze. It was just a graze. It was never that bad. All right, that was it's a 20. So I think
you're in control.
Okay, I think with that, I would tell them that I feel like I got shot pretty bad, and I've been shot before, and I'll just pull it up and show them and be like, there's nothing there. It could have been some like alien medical care, or one of the stuff I put in there. I don't know, but
she looks surprised. She says, this will bear further research to figure out what is going on. That's quite remarkable.
You're not going to dissect me, are you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, no. Let's be clear. No, that's not who we are.
Okay.
Steve Irwin, how honest are you with her?
I'm going to be very honest, but I'm also going to say that I was on blood loss and a lot of medication, but those damn pygmies, they were there. You didn't just dream them. They were there.
Very good. Well, so the question then becomes, she says, look, we are a member of a group. We have financial and intelligence backing from someone, we're not sure, but we go out into the world and we try to find out things about these kinds of situations and people. We want to know, since you've been through this, if you would be interested in being part of this moving forward. Can we call you to help us with this fight that we have against these things in the shadows that keep coming out and harming humanity.
Absolutely. It's long enough I've been waiting for this. You guys have been sloppy. I've caught onto your trail. I've been sending in applications. The Masons, the Templars, the Templars 2, Wacky Wizards, the Illuminati.
I'll take that as a yes. If you want to submit some more information, feel free to do it on paper, please. Tom Jones. Tom
Yeah,
Jones.
he's pretty much just gonna go, if you're sure, okay.
You've got
He's always willing
experience,
to
so
do something for money.
you've got experience, so you're valuable. Moose.
Okay.
I have some exceptions. I'm gonna basically let them know that there's a retirement home in Florida that they need to move Helen to, or like one of the really nice top notch ones.
We can assist with that. We can even provide some level of security.
That's me. I have no luggage other than that. And in my Astro van, I need parking wherever you guys go. Like, good.
Steve Irwin.
Oh, yes, but I'm not sure what a good taxidermist is going to do your group.
Well, we will see. So far, you've managed to survive the worst things thrown at you.
Well,
Very
that's
good,
because of
gentlemen.
Tom Jones and Moose.
Very good, gentlemen. You can expect to get a call from us sometime in the future, and we will make ourselves known to you at that point. Congratulations and good day. And she leaves.
I salute.
And with that, we have concluded. Scalpel, congratulations on surviving.
Oh man,
We are running up right against time, so we are going to exit quickly. Thank you so much to our audience who has stayed with us. And I will tell you that next week we have a new operation, All That Glitters, and we will have some new cast members ducking in and out of this team. So please join us again next Tuesday. For now, quick reminders, and then we'll be cutting out. Nick.
Yeah, guys, please go subscribe to our the Games Charm YouTube channel. From there, you can watch all of our past videos, and their likes and positive comments help allow us to reach more people. And David can now discuss more people if you like our videos, possibly. So please, go check it out. And I believe Sean, if you want to remind us who the winner was.
Let's see.
Oh, there's no Sean in here. Okay, never mind.
Well,
There
I
is.
would, before we go, I just want to give a big shout out to Omega Control, our technical specialist, Jack Kelling. With that, we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Find us on Facebook at The Omega Files, and we will see you next week. Thank you all, cast.
Thanks, guys.
Have a